What is up, everyone? I am VaiN Sensei, and this is VaiN Devito. Welcome to GamerVision, where we cover topics related to content creation, gaming community, streaming, new releases of games, and much, much more.
On today's episode of GamerVision, we'll be going over the gamer news released this week, yo.
Yeah, man. We got a pretty good show packed for y'all today. We're just going to be discussing a lot of the different things. Before we get into all of that, make sure you guys follow us on all of our social medias at VaiN Esports org to stay up to date with all the things that we post and just all the stuff going on with our community, all of that good stuff left and right. Make sure you follow my brother here, VaiN Devito, on Twitch. At twitch.tv/VaiN Devito, and then don't forget to follow me as well, twitch.tv/VaiN Sensei, all that good stuff. You guys already know how we do around here.
Yes, that is right. And if y'all are interested in joining the org and what we do around here, yo, you know what I'm saying? All y'all got to do is check out our banner that we have posted up on our Twitter, and it is here too for you as well. So you just got to announce your grind, tag us in your post your clips on socials, and use #VsUp, #StayVaiN. Put your display name as #VaiN and whatever your name is. So, like, for example, my name is VaiN Devito, and it's only like that because I am a member. But if I wasn't, it would be #VaiN Devito. So, with that being said, make sure y'all go through with all of that and check us out in the Discord and see how you like to see things ran with what we do with our communities and things like that. And yeah, man, you know what I mean?
Nah, big facts though. We're always recruiting, and we're always looking for members to fill out our rosters as well. And that goes into one of the first things that we have to talk about today, and that is that we are now officially recruiting for our Overwatch 2 team. So if anyone is out there grinding some Overwatch 2 and is looking to, take it to the comp level, and definitely tap in with one of our managers, or you can also join the Cord. You'll find an application in there, and you can fill that application out, set your clips in there, all that good stuff, and get it going. So yeah, shout out to everybody that's going to be coming in for Overwatch, because I know people are grinding Overwatch right now. So people are
Oh man, people
definitely
are going
ready.
crazy on Overwatch. A lot of
Yeah,
people switching from COD going to Overwatch. A lot of people switching from Apex going to Overwatch. I mean, Overwatch is doing its thing right now. It's kind of taking all the communities, and a lot of people, even coming from Val and
that's very
CS:GO,
true.
pretty much all the shooters. Everybody's going
Yeah.
to Overwatch because Overwatch. I feel like Overwatch gives you that feel of all the FPSs.
That's very true, though, especially because of the wide range of characters that there are to
Mhm,
play. You can literally change whatever type of, whatever play style you want to play at that time,
mhm.
from being a sniper to just, running and gunning with like Soldier 76 or something. And
Right.
then you can also change what role you want to play for your team. So you can be like support for some people, and you can be flying
Mhm.
around as Moira, or zapping people as Moira, I meant, or flying around as Mercy. Uh, jump into Farah, be flying through the air, shooting rockets down. Like
Right,
it's
right.
a
Yep,
it's
yep,
a
yep.
lot of things that you can do on
Mhm,
Overwatch, and it just definitely, and the plays are ridiculous on Overwatch as well. Like
mhm.
when something dope happens, something dope is happening.
Oh
Like
yeah,
for
facts,
show, like you know what I mean?
facts.
Like
And the
it
clips
is,
I've been seeing,
yeah, bro.
been going crazy. People even been like
Facts.
feeding on that game and shit. Like,
Yes, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can do so much on Overwatch too. It's just it's ridiculous. I mean,
Hmm.
you can do a lot of it on Overwatch as well, but
Right,
just
right.
Overwatch 2 though, it's just there's something about the game, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's done to other to the
Right, right,
fandom of the game, but
right.
but like you said though, to also capitalize on your point though, it really has brought all of the different people together in this game,
Hmm.
right? And it's
Hmm.
like when this game first came out, there wasn't as many gamers as there are right now. I feel like right
Right.
now in this time, there has never been as many gamers just online or nothing, just ever,
I feel the same way. I
like
feel
you were
like.
saying though, there's games Valorant, Apex, COD,
Hmm.
even Warzone. There's all these
Hmm.
players coming from all these different games, and
Right,
with those games, they're bringing their play styles that they've learned through these games as well. And
right.
so Overwatch 2 getting that re-release basically into a whole new game, it literally changed everything, because now the people that were on Overwatch are coming back to it, and people that weren't
Hmm.
on Overwatch are trying it, and it just makes the community grow, and it makes the game
Hmm.
more
Hmm.
recognizable and more reputable, for a lack of
Right.
better words, in the community.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's definitely facts. That's exactly why I had brought it up, because that definitely just says everything that I agree with as well. I mean, like like
Mhm.
like we said, or like you had said, just to capitalize on that as well. If we don't have as many gamers as we do now back in the day,
Yeah.
crossplay has opened up a world
Woo,
of
yeah.
things,
That's
and then
that's a good point. That's a good point.
yeah, and then not to mention crossplay and free to play BRs. Like those two things
Mm,
coming together, now you have a multiplayer that's a free to play multiplayer game. You know what I mean? And it's crossplay too, so everybody can play with their homies and do what they want to do, because
mm,
that was always been a major thing. And of course, with every new thing that we get, it's gonna have its downfalls. I mean, it's
yeah.
gonna have its downfalls. A lot of people don't want to play with sweaty PC players because they know that the disadvantages is they getting less frames, and they don't have
Mhm.
as good as a reaction time as other PC players or just other players. Period. But I feel like there's still a lot of crack console players that can keep up. You know what I mean? I feel like there is a lot of crack console
That's
people that
true.
can keep up for sure. They just don't get as much shine as they used to.
No, I definitely agree with that, bro. Like, and I think that's kind of something that we have talked about as well, is that these games nowadays, no, not these games nowadays, but every time a new game comes out, that's what happens. Is all of the people that have played all these other games that never really got their chance, they come and try to show out. You know, it's like, okay, I didn't go big in Apex Legends, so now this new game is coming out. Let me try and go big on this.
Go big in that.
You know, I didn't go big on Cold War, so now let me try and go big on this. You know, and even and every time there's a new COD, new people show out of the community, because you have people that are going to stay on the older COD, and then they're not, you know, I'm not going to say they're going to die out or anything like that, but they're not going to get that they're not going to be in the front page wave anymore, you know, because they want to stick to the old. There's nothing wrong with sticking to the old games or the old ways, but if you're not adapting and evolving with the times, then you're not going to get the people that are growing up in those times, and that's who really runs what's going to happen next, is the people that are growing up in the gaming community right now.
Right, so correct.
It's really interesting to see, like, just a whole new wave of gamers, of even devs having to be open with what they're doing in their games more now, you know, because of Twitter and all these different things that people will call you out. People will cancel you because of what you are or aren't doing in your game. You know, if you're lying about stuff nowadays just to get money for your game, you're getting called out.
Oh, yeah, you like that when we were growing up.
We was just out of $60, or we went back to the game and, you know, at GameStop and traded it in for something else. That's it. Like, but now it's like, bro, nah, we will try to sue you or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you got nowadays. You got people teaming up together. So
right. No, that's a fact.
It's definitely changed gaming and everything. For the better and for the worst. I think it's safe to say, you know.
Hey, what you know, what's balance without positive and negative? You know what I mean?
Hey, that's facts though. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I mean?
You out here spitting factoids, bucko.
That's what we do.
That's a fact though, for sure. Because that's just what it is. And that's kind of with the games, you know. Games evolve and players fall off and players don't fall off, you know. It's gonna, like, if they ever make another Rainbow Six Siege style game, or the next Rainbow Six Siege, you know, it's gonna be hard for a lot of those players to try and go to a different game after all these years or whatever, you know.
Right. Facts.
Like, they've been coming out with seasons and doing all this stuff. Like, they've evolved into being a part of the Battle Pass community and all this stuff now, and when that wasn't even a thing when that game first came out. So it's just really crazy to see how times make everyone adapt, for a lack of better words. So I'm hyped to see what comes in the future of gaming, though.
Oh man, you and me both, man. And these next few years are going to be a ride. I say the next 10 years is going to be a ride. Because you even got people being able to play video games in college at a like a collegiate level, getting scholarships. You know what I'm saying? Like, now esports is becoming, it's taking over. And I just had this conversation with somebody, you know, not that long ago, of like just watching things fall, like different sports and things like that fall off, and how much more popular esports is coming up. And yeah, you know, like, back in the 60s and the 50s, you know, track and field was like the greatest thing around, you know what I mean? And then, and then it was soccer, and then football just came in and took storm. And then now in our era, it's been basketball, and then some football, and, you know, some baseball, you know, but baseball, track and field have always been, you know, the thing back in the day, you know what I mean? It was always baseball, track and field. Like, that was everybody's deal. And now we're seeing, you know, football take a dip in numbers, and now we're seeing, you know, esports kind of pick back up. Everybody wants to be a gamer. All the people that are pros in anything, they want to be pro gamers too. You know, or
they want to just have, like, you know, some like ties to the gaming world. You know, like
we see
with like Drake and even the millionaires. You know, like, they have to even get into it. We know it, like, even with the 2K. You know, like that's franchise teams that are now having to get into esports. Because they don't want these other teams getting in on that. You know, I mean, you know, it's like, bro, this is now sponsored by the NBA as well. So you're definitely getting into a bigger field of just esports being accepted all the way around. And
it's getting
too long, to be honest, but, you know, it is.
It has taken way too long, but it's even getting to the point too where people talking about insurance in their hands, G. I think I heard somebody make a statement of, like, FaZe Swag got his hands insured.
Nah, but that makes sense though, bro. Because
hey, them thumbs is important, G.
Them thumbs is important. We've seen a lot of pro players have to go to streaming and content creation because like they suffer from crazy like carpal tunnel or something like that.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's definitely wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's insane. But hey, it's the world, man. You know what I'm saying?
Cost of the grind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes,
For sure.
sir.
Cannot doubt that, brother.
Nope.
You know what? Let's put those back. But yeah, G, I'm super hyped to see, just what players come in with, especially, as well, like with their like their montages or
Their
the clips that they might put
montages. Yep.
in
Yep.
for Overwatch, because man,
Yep.
Overwatch clips are
Yeah,
crazy.
Overwatch clips have been going insane, yo. Like just Overwatch in general has definitely been fine. Like I think we had talked about this before too. Is like Overwatch is finally getting its time to shine. You know what I mean? Even though
That is
Call of Duty is
exactly.
shining, because Call of Duty will always do that. They'll always have their limelight and things like that, but Overwatch is actually being able to be side by side with a game without having to compete with 5 other games. You know what I mean? It's finally able to be right there with COD and be in the talks and, be out there, you know, pretty much every day for the past 2 months since it's been released. It's like it's been being talked about. People were posting clips. They already want tournaments. You know what I mean? And I think there's already getting ready to be like a tournament happening, I think in December. Like
Overwatch League has already started for sure. So
and I see it in GBs and stuff too now. Like it's already in game battles. It's going crazy. People are grinding the hell out of rank. You know what I mean? Like
that's very true. People are going crazy over ranked right now. It's kind of insane how hard people are going for ranked, but it's all love, and I love it, and I just can't wait to bro. I just even watching the Overwatch League the other day because I think they've been going like Sundays and Mondays or something like that, or something because they're getting ready for like their actual season to begin and start up soon.
Oh, okay.
So they've been doing their like the preliminaries or whatever they're called, you know what I mean? Like just like the scrims and stuff and all that type of stuff. But they've been going live with all of it, doing and it's just been really dope to see the players utilize these new, not necessarily new characters, all of them, but utilize these new, the new. I can't think of what the word is because the rework of the heroes, because they don't work the same way that they did before.
Right.
So it's really dope to see them like actually trying to get stuff going with that, and I'm just hyped to see what might happen with the future of it, bro. Because man, it like even with the new character, because they've been adding and taking out characters from actual role from ranked selection, basically, because some characters get broken or something like that, so they'll take them out and then rework them so they're not accessible in the game, or they're only accessible in pubs and you can't play them in ranked. So they're doing as much as they can, you know what I mean, to really try and adhere or help out the players, listen to what the players are saying about how comp should be, the meta, rank, all that good stuff, and it's dope to see. I'm hyped, man.
And that's what gaming should be about. Gaming should be listening to their communities, the people that play it. The people that that are about to come in and make you some money. You should be listening to them the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like
true,
they about to bring in sales. You know what I'm saying? Listen to those guys, man. Listen to the guys that are about to be up on that main stage. You know what I'm saying? Because they're also listening to the likes and the dislikes as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So their likes and dislikes are gonna matter, of course, a little bit more than everybody else's, but let them make those decisions so y'all can have a polished game.
Yes, that's very true. And I hope we get to keep going down that road, at least with gaming, right? Like, keep getting it to where, hey, we're actually here for this reason, not for that reason,
Yeah,
like, I think Battlefield 2042 is a really big example of that. Like, everyone thought Battlefield 2042 was going to be the COD killer just because of all the stuff that we saw from it, all the things that they said was going to be available for it. And then the game dropped and it was like, this is trash. Like, we get to have 7 minutes of fun without something stuttering on launch day, you know. And then you get COD coming out, and it wasn't the best launch ever. But bro, people were able to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, that's
you couldn't
facts.
team up huge or anything like with your boys and all that type of stuff. There was issues with that. I think there's
Right.
still issues with that to this day. I think like
Mhm.
everyone's still having to restart and do all that, but it's okay because the game is still fun and everyone is still having a
Mhm.
great time. People are not playing Battlefield 2042 like that, bro. People are playing it. There's people playing it for sure, but
You
it's
know,
out of here.
the thing that I hate about Battlefield is Battlefield has always been named the COD killer, pretty much since, like, I think I want to say Battlefield Bad Company,
Okay.
because they were really competing back and forth of who was going to be the best, first FPS, arcadic style FPS like that, right? Because those two games came out and that's what they were doing. They both were doing the arcadic, FPS style type of shooters, and it was Battlefield and COD. And so what I've seen that COD does that Battlefield doesn't is they stick to their engine and their engine only.
Okay.
Battlefield has constantly bounced around from engine to engine. They constantly have had different developers work on it. And it's just finally now that they've settled in with DICE that, okay, now we got a solid Battlefield. And Battlefield 4 was fucking amazing. And it was like, okay, this is finally going to be the game, right? But then COD was like, hell no, it's not, because we about to take pretty much everything that they've done and their mechanics, and we're just going to enhance that into our system, and we're just going to make it a little bit more basic. You know what I mean? And and that's what people like, is that COD will sometimes be a little bit more simple than what Battlefield is, because Battlefield can get a little hectic. I'm not gonna lie. Once you start going into this operator can only use this certain amount of guns, and then you're adding in attachments and things like that. Like, same thing we have with COD right now. Like, people don't want to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? They just want to pop on some perks, couple attachments, and be done with it. Like, I'm glad that we went back to the 5 attachment system, and that we don't have a perk that allows you to have 7 attachments. Or
that was crazy.
Like in fucking Vanguard, where it was like 80 attachments that you could put on one gun with no perk. Like, I mean, the thing of it is COD will always be trial and error. And I think that's, where COD really succeeds at. And Battlefield is not like that. Battlefield sets in their ways, and that's it. That they don't try to do anything therefore or thereafter. It's like, this is Battlefield, this is our game, this is what we're developing.
What it is.
Yep.
And that's so that's why, nothing more, nothing less.
Right. And that's why all Battlefields are the same.
That's very true. They are very simple. Yeah, no, that's
a little bit more graphic detail. That's kind of all you get, though.
Yeah, that's facts, though. But yeah, man, I couldn't agree with you more. And just circling back to it, we're super happy to be accepting all the Overwatch players that should be coming in. We're really ready to see your guys' awesome clips and going crazy and confusing the hell out of us sometimes, because we don't know what might be going on the screen at that.
I don't be knowing, man.
But it's always lit nonetheless. You know what I mean? It's always lit nonetheless.
High action.
We're definitely high. Yeah, very high action.
Pace.
And you can always tell the game sense, and you can always tell how good of an aim a person may have, or something along the lines of that as well.
I think the only character that has been causing a little bit of issue for people that they don't really fuck with is the one that does the grenade launcher. She flies a little bit. Farrah? Yeah. I think everybody is just been kind of fed up with her.
Farrah's cool. She definitely come in and disrupt everything that's happening. Like, literally everything.
Right.
Jackson says my main. Yo, what's up with the Jaxes? How you doing, G? How you doing, Jaxes? How you doing, Conan? What's up with the Conan, brother? I think my guy Conan was in here first. No, Jaxus was in here before we went live, and then Conan was in here after that. Remy's in here. What's up with it, Remy? How you doing, Dior? What's up with it? How is everybody doing? We hope you guys are vibing. We're having a vibey time right now. And to stay on the topic of Overwatch really quick, we also have some new recruits that we have just picked up for Overwatch
Yes.
2. Our two newest recruits, and they are, drumroll please, VaiN Draxi.
Yes, sir. Yo, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, VaiN Draxi, to VaiN Esports. Yo, we are super excited to see what you're going to be doing, and welcome to VaiN Bucko as well.
Yes,
Yo, we are super hyped to have you guys a part of our Overwatch team and see what you guys will be doing in the future and all that stuff. It's going to be a complete vibe. I already know. We can't wait to see what comes from you guys and from the rest of the Overwatch team that we're going to be building. So yeah, shout out to both VaiN Draxi and VaiN Bucko. Their clips were fire too,
their clips
right,
were
bro? Like
fire. Their clips were
their
fire.
clips were definitely
they were fire. And then for Bucko to throw in that Valorant clip, oh my goodness,
that Valorant clip was insane.
That Valorant clip was nasty, yo. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, we were audibly gasping and had no idea. Like we were like, like, bro, what just happened? Like, yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, no, they definitely on par with some big things in their future for real, because their game sense, everything, just everything, their talent that they bring to the table, I think, and once they get players around them and stuff like that, I feel like that's like the main thing. If you can get a team around you, I feel like your talents are then become exploited to the world after that. It's just about having the right players around you, putting the right roster together, and there's just a lot of factors that I feel like play into just skill.
That's true. And that's one of the biggest things when it comes to teams, like you're saying, bro. It's just people got to be able to play that role as well. Know who they are, know what they're supposed to do in the game, and then do that shit. And not really. Some people just that's when the complaining and the egos has to go out the window,
right.
And we have to become a team. And that's just the main thing is once we're a team, we gotta let all those other things go away and just focus on what we're doing and keep grinding for for the common goal, and that's the dub, right? That's what everybody on the team wants.
Trying to hold up that trophy
and hold up the trophy and do what they need to do. So that can only be done is if everyone is doing what they need to do. So sometimes you got to call people out, and sometimes you don't. But at the end of the day, everybody should be able to grind together and grow together. Grind and grow, baby. Grind and grow.
You know what I'm saying? Keep
like we in a strip club. You feel me?
All right, yeah.
All right, so yo, what's going on with you today, Vito? You wildin', Bucko. Yo,
strip club is wild. I was not ready.
Yo, Jackson said, "What's giddy? What's up with the Jacksons? How you doing?" But yeah, man, I am hype city to see what the bros is gonna bring to the team, and who else is who else we're gonna pick up and get on that team as well. Yeah. So shout out to them and shout out to all of that.
Yes, sir.
I know you got something profound to say about about this situation. Give us some GOAT talk real quick. You dig?
Man, look, all I gotta say is, look, when y'all come in to do y'all thing, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You come in, you like we just talked about, you grind and you grow. You know what I'm saying? Like we are here to grow each other and to grow together, because it get lonely at the top, and you don't want to be lonely, right? Nobody wants to be lonely at the top, man. And so if you're not putting in the work You know what I'm saying? To find that in your success and incorporate that into your success, then you're not succeeding, because it's something that we said before, right? We said Rome wasn't built in a day. We not born. We don't become born and then run immediately, or even walk at that point. We have to grow through the years, get our legs. You know what I'm saying? And then we have a parent that teaches us, hey, you could do this. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how everything is. That's how life is. That's how, no matter what you're doing in anything, work, jobs, orgs, teams, you know, anything that you're doing, playing the game, whatever it is, that's just life. You have to have that support system. You have to have people you want to grow with, and you have to have people that support you the way you support them. And that's just the way that that's the way that you get there. That's how you get there. That's how you find your happiness and live at the top of your life. And then that's how you know when you're winning, because everybody has their own version of how they win it.
Yep. And when you connect with other people that got common goals, then you get common success as well.
Yes,
you
sir.
feel me? So
I know you.
I'm trying.
Go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hey, I'm just saying. You know, we trying to grow with the people. You know, like the people that grind with us, grow with us. That's it. You feel me? And that's a hashtag it. The people that grind with us, grow with us. You feel me? Hashtag it out there, because that's what it's all about. And we want to grow with everybody that want to grow with us as well. You feel me?
Facts.
And we still want the people that don't want to grow with us to find success in their own way.
Exactly. Find your happiness, find your success, man. That's all we want. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be a hater, though. You know what I'm saying? I hope your success and your happiness is not being a hater, G, because this is something that I said before, too. The same way that people want to see you winning is the same way that people want to see you fail as well, and we just got to try to stay away from that.
That's facts. Stay away from the snakes in the grass. You
gotta keep
me?
It cut, G.
Yeah. Back off me, Judas. But yeah, bro. But yeah, man, we definitely can't wait to see everybody's grind and continuation to chasing their dreams and chasing the common goal of success that we're really trying to get in here out here. You feel me? So everybody keep on grinding, keep on hustling, and yeah. But brother, what is coming up next on the docket?
Yo, so I don't know where you console players are at, man, but I think that if y'all I think we got some console players floating around, yo. I think Shadow is a console player, you know what I mean? Shadow Wolfscar, I think he's a console player. I think we got a few console players still kind of floating around here and there. And if video games keep going in the direction that they go in and launch on PC, I won't be a console player at all anymore. But
yeah, facts.
Just to, I guess, bring some excitement to you console players, yo. PS5 has leaked the slim version of the PS5. I guess Sony, I should say, leaked their PS5 Slim. And we got that coming up right now for you guys, so we can check that out together in that article, because I'm actually gonna be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, man, this is the first time I'm hearing about it too, Vito. I'm not gonna lie. I know when both of these consoles were first talked about, and when I say both of these consoles, I mean the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Xbox Series X, XSX, which is wild to think of, but the SX. There we go. The XX. Nah, that sounds wild.
The E6.
What?
I don't know what you're on today.
SX, you feel me?
Strip clubs.
Nah, that you said that. But the Xbox Series S, you feel me? The Xbox Series S also came with the Xbox
Series S.
So it was the Xbox Series and then the Xbox Series S. There we go.
Yes.
The XS.
Yes.
The XSS.
Yes. A lot of E's and S's.
Yeah, facts.
And X's.
But when they came out with the Xbox Series S, it was like, hey yo, PlayStation 5 only got the PlayStation 5 the digital version and then the disc version, right?
Right.
So it was like people really didn't care about that. People were a little low key, like a little furious, like, bro, what? We don't want this at all.
Right.
What we want is the PS5 Slim,
Mhm.
the cheaper version that still got a little bit of the same
Qualities.
still has the same quality, the same graphics, the same FPS, and all that type of stuff. And what we have is this article coming at us from The Leak, and this is about, like Vito was saying, the PS5 Slim. Let me share this screen. So the PS5 Slim is coming in Q3 2023. So in quarter 3.
Oh, okay, so that's summertime.
Yeah. So we have the bulky PlayStation 5 is finally getting redesigned. There's been talk, especially hope, for a lighter and slimmer version of the PlayStation 5 since its launch. According to our source, it is indeed getting a smaller redesigned version next year, but it might not be referred to as slim. Oh, snap, the mini Johnson.
The mini Johnson. Yes, sir. Biggie Johnson's is out, G, I'm telling you.
There's a reason why the PS5 is bulky. The CPU, RAM, and SSD controller require a lot of space. There have been minor upgrades like one earlier this year, including shrinking the console, but not enough to change the encasement. This upcoming version has a new design with a significant change to its exterior. Our source claims that this new slim version uses a die shrink treatment that reduces the size of the console, enough to validate a new design by Sony. It uses less voltage and therefore runs cooler. It's also more lightweight because of it. That's dope, though.
Sony still having problems with they shit running hot, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of wild, don't you think, bro?
That's all I hear in the background with you
niggas. Yeah, for real. But don't you think that's wild that they still having problems with that? Like even right now? Like, what do you think that there's a certain reason for that?
I do think it's an issue with it. I honestly think it is an issue with it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
It is an issue. They gotta figure out a way, because Xbox don't have heat issues like that. PCs now are like have developed so many things that are like, okay, you mean like what are we doing? Why can't it get proper ventilation? That's always been PlayStation's problem. Like PlayStation has never had a PlayStation that does not overheat. PS2, PlayStation 1, like since PlayStation has been around, there has always been a heat issue with them. Like, I remember a big problem with PlayStation 2 was it used to get so hot it would burn the iDisc reader out.
Damn, that's intense. That's intense. Like,
camping. Yeah. Like, and then you would have to get a whole new PlayStation because of that. And then like there was finally people that like learned how to fix it, find how to buy the part. You know what I mean? You know, there's always those geeks out there that'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like they'll get it done. You know, just like same thing with PCs. You know, PCs are now more simple to fix. You know, the parts are a little bit more exposed. You know what I mean? You can get cases that are open. You can get cases that are clear, so you can see what part needs to be fixed. You know what I mean? And PCs are not as complicated as they used to be with motherboards and things like that. You know, so I just don't know how come PlayStation, out of all the consoles, is the only console that still hasn't figured out how to get proper ventilation to their systems. They know that those things run hot. PS4, you know what I'm saying? Like,
blue screen of death was for a reason, for sure.
Oh man, and even Xbox
goes to a place with too many graphics, and your game got a load.
Yep.
Oh, bro, it's over for
Remember
you. I'll never forget playing Ark. And stuff like that, you know, on the PlayStation, and then trying to go to a certain area where it's hella shit going on, and then your whole thing,
boom,
screen, like, oh, bro,
like,
bro, I was just flying a pterodactyl. I'm about to die, bro.
I don't know if anybody remembers like the red ring of death with Xbox.
Oh yeah,
that was an overheating problem.
People don't remember it because it don't happen anymore.
Exactly. So for PlayStation to constantly still be working on this issue. They definitely need to, I guess, redesign. They just need to redesign the style of the system, really.
Yeah.
From PS2 till now, PlayStation has still just kind of looked the same.
Oh, nah, bro. Look at this next part of the article. This is crazy. Um, Previous DIY projects proved that the console could be reduced in proportions. However, the power supply's size had to be increased and will require water cooling.
See?
So it's not a consumer-friendly solution.
Yep.
Bruh, excuse
Yep.
me? Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. No one wants that at all.
Yeah, no, because that's gonna have problems too.
I didn't realize how much bigger in size though the PlayStation 5 was, even compared to the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that thing that's damn near, a tower. Like a PC tower,
that's a
bro. Like
spaceship
that's
right
damn
there,
near
G.
PC. Yeah. That's definitely some Final Frontier shit going on.
That looks
says our
like an alien about to pull up in that thing.
Big facts. Our source has additional information. Sony is also working on not having a stand when the console lies down. This change might indicate that the aesthetics only flaps could be modified or removed. Wait, you're telling me you can't take it off this base?
Right.
Oh, that's not it. That's not it at all. That's not it at all, bro. You can't lay it on the side.
No, sir.
Bruh, you gotta be able to lay a console.
You can't lay your PC on the side.
This ain't no PC. Bro, this ain't no PC. G. Don't ever be disrespectful.
Hey, but I guess that's why though, that I kind of recant on my statement about what I was saying about PC. Wow. Because think about it. Think about how big a tower is. Yeah. No matter what kind of PC you get though, but your gaming PC is definitely a big ass tower. It's not getting any smaller.
No,
they're not getting any smaller.
It's worth it being big because you gotta have your GPU. You gotta have a RAM. You was talking about me, but you gotta have your GPU. You gotta have everything, and then you can add more stuff to it. So I think that makes sense because the more you add, the bigger it gets.
We on demon time in this episode, y'all.
No, that's all you. That's all you, bro. I have nothing to do with that. I don't know what's going on. I am but an innocent bystander.
Oh man, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I had just looked over at my PC and I was just thinking, man, like maybe I'm giving these, maybe I'm discrediting these guys a little too much.
It's crazy. Okay, so it says the focus for the company is to reduce the PS5 size and weight to bring down shipping and production costs. Damn. However, the Japanese tech giant can also market and boast about the smaller, revamped design. Okay, here we go. It's about to be over anyway. We haven't seen any designs yet, and the release date is far off. The production is set to start in Q2 with the retail release in Q3. But early leaks like this and dates tend to change. The leak itself does make sense as a redesign has been expected. If the new version also cuts costs for Sony, then a new version is a no-brainer. The price of the PS5 saw an increase this year, and fans weren't too happy about it. I didn't know that. While a slimmer and a hopefully better-looking PlayStation is great for the consumer, it's even more crucial for Sony as freight costs are still high and the new chipsets might be cheaper to produce. Hopefully, it's a win-win situation. So, I'm definitely interested in knowing what's going to happen with this and the design that they're going to come out with. I really like I really have always liked the PlayStation's designs, to be completely honest. I think they've always been really good, to be honest. I think the Xbox has kind of stayed with its designs until the Series X. I don't think they didn't really change it up too much. Like they changed up. Well, I guess they did change it from the Xbox 360 from the Xbox to the 360. It was a big change. And then even moving from that to the Xbox One, to the One, even that was a a pretty big design difference, just in the terms of like the curvature and all that type of thing, and how it was designed before, where the buttons were, making it a little bit more touchscreen and tech friendly. And then that was a big downfall as well with the Xbox One, though, because they had like integrated it with like Direct TV or Comcast or something like that. Remember? And you can do all of that too. So they were just kind of going above and beyond with all of these things and trying to make it as much like a PC without being a PC
as possible.
And I think that, as possible. And I think the Series X did a really good job on that. And I think the PS5 also did a pretty good job on that as well. But the PlayStation just is all, it's a little different though. But I think that they still have, Microsoft has done a really good job of integrating all of their stuff into it. And I'm really happy that we're at this point now where it kind of seems like we might even see these two big tech giants being a little bit more friendly with each other. With the Discord thing kind of going on now, and kind of just to touch on what we were talking about previously.
I just want Sony and Xbox to finally bend, since they've been this far as to go with putting NVIDIA products in their stuff. Like, you guys are right there. You guys are just right there. Just make the change. Do like Asus and everybody else did, bro. Just start putting out console PCs. I mean, you have MSI, who's a leader in gaming laptops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just do it already. Just do it. Just take that step. You guys are already putting, different AMD chipsets and everything, but you guys don't want to tell no one. You guys want to just make it seem like, no, we're not doing that. But you have to enable for any kind of NVIDIA product to be in anything. It has to be some kind of AMD or Intel or something going into that. Now, is it probably going to be pretty costly to integrate your UI into that? Oh, yeah, definitely. But you guys make billions of dollars a year. Like, that money that it costs to integrate UI into that chipset is not going to cost you as much as it would be to keep reproducing a console that soon people are not even going to want to deal with, because they are now finding cheaper ways to get a hold of PCs. You're telling me that, a kid will find $1,000 to go buy a PS5, and he can go get an $800 PC that runs twice as better as that P5 or that Series X. But he's over there struggling and asking his parents, Mom, Dad, I want this for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they're gonna stay in the loop and they're gonna stay in the competition with everything, they just need to just make that transition. You know what I mean? Like, hey, maybe keep some console friendly things for the kids. You know what I mean? But integrate your UI into Intel or AMD and sell PC consoles.
No,
just sell them, because all PC is doing is just accelerating constantly. Every day is something new with PC.
I mean, look at the Steam Deck that Valve made. That's like their PlayStation Portable type thing. It's a handheld PC. You can still run Windows on it and like go on the internet and do stuff like that. Like, it is revolutionary for gaming. And I think that if Steam or Valve, whatever, if they make a console, that's going to be what that is. It's going to take over, and no one is going to be on any of these things anymore. So it would make the most sense for them to try to get on it first. And, it was definitely a setback for them for like the chip shortage that happened for everything. Sony felt that way harder than Xbox did, though. Like Microsoft did with the, they felt that chip shortage way harder. And from the article we just read, it seems like, the chip shortage isn't going to be an issue for them with the new stuff that they're trying to do with the PlayStation, with the P5, I guess we can call it. And that's all super. I mean, that's dope, because I know a lot of people that wanted a P5 and weren't able to get it, and they missed out on a lot of the games that were coming out that were P5 exclusives, because, they didn't have a P5 to play it, or whatever the case may be. And, once, I don't want to, hate on anybody that still has the one or the P4, but, once they discontinue though, like making games on that and stuff, we're really going to be able to move forward. You know what I mean? That's a big hindrance in itself. And then we even saw like with Gotham Knights when that came out, they were talking about they had to cap it at 30 FPS because of the Xbox Series S and how like the graphics card in that isn't able to keep up with everything really. And it's like, yeah, okay, but you made this game for the old consoles too, so we don't believe that. You know what I mean? So you can't tell me that the OG consoles are better than the Series S.
And
you just can't tell me that,
then the new gen. Yeah, exactly. And they tried to do the same thing with 2K in its first year on new gen. You know, and then they were like, you know what? Never mind. We can't do that. We have to revamp on that and make 2 separate games now. Yeah. So it's either going to be that every publisher and every developer has to make 2 separate games. And now that really means for games to be copy and paste constantly.
Yeah.
Or they just move ahead with developing something that everybody can afford that still stays along the lines of a PC, because the direction that we're headed in right now is the fact that consoles will go down the drain and Microsoft will monopolize across the board because they own computer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Microsoft could stop selling consoles right now and be still on top because guess what? PC is superior. PC is the better.
I mean, that's how they're able to do what they do with the Game Pass is because they make so much money with Microsoft that they can take a loss with adding hella games to the Game Pass. It's not really a loss to them. And that's in itself what kind of gives Microsoft and Xbox that one leg up because when it comes to their communities, they usually go above and beyond for them, you know, like I think they did it so much to where PlayStation 5 had to make their own stuff, you know, because it was like Sony was lacking because people were like, bro, they got the Game Pass. I'm just going over there because I ain't even got to buy games. I can just pay $15 a month and play whatever I want to. And then now we got cloud gaming. You feel me? Exactly. And now you got cloud gaming to where you can play it on your phone, play it on a laptop. You don't even really need a tip-top laptop like that. Just get a Wi-Fi connection and you good, like, bro, because you know, like, so it's definitely interesting to see where we're going to go with the future of not only the console wars, but, you know, the PC stuff as well. Like we were talking about, like the PCs are going to keep getting better and better. And the better and better a PC gets, that means the regular parts that already make our PCs good are going to be cheaper. So the people that are on other consoles, they're just going to start making PCs because now they can get a 2070 or whatever they need because it's not as expensive because now we got a 4080 like out, you know, the 4080i Ti 7X 12949 4090s. So once we get I'm just really interested to see where that all goes.
I definitely am too, because it's just like we've been talking about this whole entire time. It's just like, like these people can put together a PC for literally $600 and $700. It may not be able to stream, but I can guarantee you it's getting 130, 140 frames per second easy. I mean, easily. I mean, my PC sucks. And, it gets freaking... I mean, when I'm not streaming, it's getting 170, 180, almost 200. You know what I mean? But when I'm streaming, of course, it's like 100 frames less than that. But with the optimization of all these games coming into play, sometimes you can't even tell unless you die or something in a respawn game. Then you're like, bro, I was already behind something, but you weren't because you're only getting 80 frames, and that guy that killed you is getting freaking 400 now because he's on a 4090 Ti with
a 4K television with a 4K monitor.
Yeah, and now the Ryzen 9 and the i9, the Intel and AMD both. You don't even have to have a Threadripper anymore to have a great processor card.
Oh wow!
Like i9 and Ryzen 9 are making great CPUs. They're 5000 series and I think it's the 700 series or whatever it is for Intel.
Mhm.
Both of those companies are making very good CPUs right now. So it's like
Mm.
those chips are cheap as heck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're super cheap right now. Like right now, you could get a Ryzen 7 for I think it's like $200,
Damn.
and it used to be 500.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So you could literally go and build a mid PC, a mid budget PC for $500-$600 because we're in the holidays and all this stuff is going on sale for the holidays. And now Xbox and PlayStation is losing money, but it's really only PlayStation because guess what? When you boot up your PC, you see an Xbox symbol somewhere. So it's really going to be a race to what processing company is each console going to get involved with. You know what I mean? And that's how that's the only way they're going to be able to keep the console war going, is if AMD buys into Xbox or vice versa, and Intel buys into PlayStation or vice versa. You know what I mean? Because we all know that AMD gets a first look at all the Xbox exclusives anyway. So, that's more likely of a partnership that's bound to happen than Intel with Xbox. But who knows? Microsoft might just want both and just constantly and just put the whole game under.
That's
Buy
true.
all the developers. They have the money for it. They don't, with the way that the world is now, everything is about monopolizing now. Disney, you know what I'm saying? Look at what they did.
I mean, they got COD now too. Like,
and they got COD.
We forget that they got COD. They got Bethesda. They got all these different things, and they have yet to actually make games with these things that are that we can look forward to, because those are going to be coming within the next 5 to 10 years. Like that's when we're going to see a lot of that stuff. Kind of like you were even already saying earlier with how gaming and esports is going to change heavily within the next 10 years. And that's going to be due to a lot of the deals that we see being made right now. Like all the deals right now are going to turn into these crazier games being created.
Right.
People from Call of Duty possibly getting pulled onto other games and stuff like that from Activision or whatever it is, being pulled from that onto different games to help that go on. And since we're going to be getting a Modern Warfare, since we're going to get MW2 for like 2 years, maybe not everybody's going to work on this game.
Right.
And then we have other games growing and people being like, yo, I want to create this new game because of this. And it's just going to start spinning off a lot of things. And
oh, yeah, definitely.
We haven't even seen the new Battle Royale hit the wave yet. Like there has to be a new Battle Royale that's getting created right now that we just don't know about.
Right.
And when it drops, it's going to change the game again. And I am super hyped for all these new releases and all these new games.
The future is so bright right now. It's blinding.
Yeah, facts.
It's so bright right now, it's blinding. Like we can keep, on and on and on about what we may and may not see, but the different options, the different things that are going on. It's just like we never thought that Disney would become the the absolute pillar of entertainment.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We always looked at like HBO or even like Stars. We always looked at those smaller, even pay-per-view. Yeah, we always looked at those companies to like take over television, Warner Brothers, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Is it Tom Cable? I can't remember what it's called.
Tom Clancy?
No, it's like something cable. I can't remember what it's called. I know it's a cable company that used to have like a whole network of where it was like their own television stuff. And then they finally went under and sold the Spectrum, and now Spectrum has all that stuff. But yeah, that stuff doesn't even exist anymore. But back in the day, that's the things that they used to look at to capitalize on television. And then Disney was like, oh no, that's not happening because we have rights to everybody. And then it was like, what? That was something that nobody really knew. You know what I mean? That was something that nobody really knew. So now, now that Disney has become the top man, I guess, now you got Paramount they have to now, make their own system like Disney did and able to keep on and be able to compete with what their what their other people, what their counterparts are doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they can't do it without integrating what somebody else has already done. And that's how you stay relevant. I'm not about to sell my stuff to them because then I lose my money. Now I'm losing my money. Once you have to sell, at some point it does become a loss if you don't invest that into something else. But guess what? Everybody and their granny watches television.
For real.
You know, and now it's becoming a point to be made of everybody and their granny is playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
For real.
Look at all these girls, all these women that are populating video games right now like crazy. Think about when they have kids and they're teaching their kids to play video games. And man, you're better than dad. I thought this was a dad thing.
Yep.
Well, son, you're wrong because I'm whooping your ass right now. You know what I mean? So, things are definitely taking changes for the better. We just need the right people to execute on those. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time for real. But all these partnerships that we see for sure are definitely going to be a vibe. It's definitely going to be it's something that I know for a fact that I'm excited about. I know you're excited about. Like, we just want to see positive things happen in the gaming, community and in the gaming scene. And, being able to even just talk about it is like, holy crap. Look at how far we've come from, what was that game called that was on Sega? I think it was like Crazy Taxi Driver or something like that.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, Crazy Taxi. Crash Bandicoot. You know what I mean? Like Banjo and
Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie, yeah. You know what I mean? And like all those different games, Pac-Man even, Pokemon, all this stuff that was all a part of like the animated world and how that's all impacted how far gaming has come. It also has impacted other things as well. And we just see the video game part right now because that's what's popping.
Yeah.
But what happens when these video games are now movies?
And that's what I was about to say too, is like that's where we're really at now, is we're seeing a lot of these video games that we knew and loved become movies, become TV shows. Like we're getting The Last of Us turned into a TV show on HBO Max. We have The Witcher. I know that's from a book, but that's also a video game that heavily influenced a lot of the popularity for that. We have so many different things that are like you're saying. Sonic is a movie now. Mario is getting a movie that's coming out as well. Everybody is doing these movies and these different things. Gears of War is trying to make a Netflix show. You know what I mean? That's something that we have to talk about. With Dave Bautista. And that's crazy. Just all
League of Legends, I think, or not League of Legends. Is it League of Legends?
League of Legends has Arcane. Yeah.
Dang, I was like, bro.
Dota 2 is on Netflix as well. A lot of this stuff has just changed the way we consume content for sure. And another thing that I really love though about nowadays, on top of everything else, is one thing. I mean, it's definitely a love-hate relationship, but it's the fact that we can get patches and stuff like that on these games now, and it's not like we just have these bugs forever anymore or whatever. You know what I mean? Or it's going to take hella long. Like, they get on top of it. I mean, just look at Overwatch. Overwatch was shut down. The game was shut down. No one could play it. And it came back as Overwatch 2. Like, it's the same. Like, they didn't make a whole new game. Like, they just updated one game to a new game that has a new, completely new, like everything, new graphics type things, like new interface, the way things work. It's all on a new wave. And just the fact that they can even do that is amazing.
It's amazing.
I mean, even if you log on to Apex Legends, the interface on that is different now. They updated that UI for the home screen and the way you look at your guns and your weapons and everything. And that game's been out for years, son. So it's really dope to just be able to see this, like, all this different stuff in the gaming communities now, to where they can just shut a game down and bring it back, and it's a new game. Give me more of that. I need more of it for sure.
And even Apex Legends with their like little episodes and like movie trailers and stuff that they have every season. And that's another thing too.
Well, though, Warzone had those.
Warzone too. Yep.
times
Mhm.
it came out, they had something like a whole cohesive story type shit that was
Mhm.
going on,
Mhm.
which was awesome.
Mhm. Yeah. No, it's definitely, and I feel like that's why video games incorporated seasonal track because of TV shows. Because think about it, we get TV shows by the season, G. And it just so happens that with video games, we don't have to wait 3 months for the next season to come out.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait 4 months for the next season to launch. You know what I mean? We get the initial launch of the season, we get through the battle pass and whatever else they offer, and we're able to continue playing through until the next season, comes out. And that's why us as content creators are able to continuously keep creating content because it doesn't have to stop.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Let's see. So we have a docket here, but I don't really want to stay on task of all this stuff on the docket. Like
Yeah, I
just
was
looking
gonna
at
say,
it now,
yeah.
like I don't really want to talk about none of that stuff.
Yeah, me either.
What I do want to talk about is Warzone 2.0.
Okay. All right. No,
Yeah,
I was just gonna say we can take a vote right now on what we talking about.
I just kind of want to go over the game overview that they showed us of the game, and then just kind of talk about it, give our opinions on what might happen, and just kind of like watch it, pause it, talk about it, watch it, pause it, talk about it type of
I'm with
vibe.
that. I'm with that. I'm with
And
that.
just kind of because if you guys don't know, Warzone 2.0 comes out not this week, but it is this week after tomorrow, but next week, technically, on November 16th. So the game will officially be dropping on November 16th. And it says Warzone 2 will launch on November 16th for all platforms. The exact time for the launch at this moment is unknown currently, but expect the time to be the same across the world. Usually, updates like this will land at around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6 p.m. GMT, which I think is the Greenwich Mean Time or whatever that's called. Activision Warzone 2 arrives as part of Modern Warfare 2's first season. So this is going to be a complete vibe, and we'll go over that after we check this out.
Okay, get that new sniper.
Oh, Snizzle Fritz is about to be
guns. Yep.
It's about to be up. It's about to be spicy.
Facts. Definitely gonna be big spicy.
All right, well, let's see.
Oh, it's not showing on my side.
What?
I can't. It's not showing on my side, and I can't hear it.
Let's see.
Yep, there we go.
Here we have got Stephanie Stoden. We promised it was coming up, and now the wait is over. It is time to talk about Warzone 2.0. We got a glimpse of some Warzone 2.0 in the multiplayer reveal trailer earlier today, and it does look awesome. However, we need some true experts to help out. Back at the desk here, we have got Stephanie Stoden. Josie Scott is joining us, but of course, welcome Jacko.
Try to be like that guy.
Infinity Ward. How are we feeling? We ready to party here? I mean, this is a lot. We need to know everything. Warzone 2.0. Stephanie, the world cannot wait.
It feels crazy for me to be up here revealing Warzone 2.0. I ended up at IW as a fan of the game, and so this moment is absolutely bananas for me. But Warzone 2.0 is everything that we loved about the original Warzone, right? Where it's based on the same experience that we all had, that fun, all of those moments, and it's a return.
Bro, I will never forget, real quick, Warzone dropping. Like, that literally changed the world when Warzone 2 came out, bro.
It did.
Like,
it did.
The world has not been the same since Warzone 2 dropped.
It definitely has.
I mean, since Warzone dropped. Like, Warzone, like, bro, I think Warzone changed the game, like, even more than Fortnite did, to be completely honest. Because, like, Fortnite was amazing. Everything they did was super revolutionary and all that. But just Warzone 2 brought everything good about Call of Duty into one place, and it was just like this is peak. Like, this is peak. This is amazing. I'm on a gigantic map that is containing all of the other maps that I have ever played on Call of Duty type of vibe. You know what I mean? Or like that's containing the Warzone map or Modern Warfare's maps or whatever the case may be. We're going to these different places. Firing range, I think, was even a place for a while on Warzone. You know, like just these different things, and it's like this is awesome. And then I think we know that they're doing the same thing with this next game as well. They're bringing a lot of OG maps onto the map, so that's going to be a dub.
I will never take this away from COD, ever. But Blackout is what made Warzone.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But Blackout didn't change the world, though. You know?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I won't discredit the part that Blackout had played in what Warzone brought for us, because the idea of everything was in Blackout. Like, it was there. It was just, again, we needed some better execution, and for them to make all those changes to everything within a year and be like, okay, on this interface, this is what we're going to do with it. This is the engine we're going to use because, of course, you know, call it I wanted to call it Cold War, but I can't think of the company, Black Ops, but the company that does Black Ops.
Not Infinity Ward.
What in the world? I'm drawing such a blank.
Damn. It's not. Whoa.
Treyarch. Damn.
Treyarch, yo, geez.
Holy crap.
I was about to say Neversoft. I was like, what's Neversoft? What the hell? No, it's not Neversoft.
Treyarch. Yo, Treyarch's engine just didn't work for what they were trying to accomplish in any kind of battle royale. It just wasn't the right system for it. Like, I feel like Treyarch will always forever be stuck in a multiplayer type vibe until they can learn how to enhance the system.
Yeah.
Because if you look at any Black Ops series, they all played the same. Every interaction, everything that goes on with the guns are always the same. They don't do different. They don't ever have different mechanics.
Yeah.
But when you look at when you look at Infinity Ward, every year that they make a new game and they make a game with different guns, the guns have some type of different mechanic or reaction to what they've done to it. You know what I mean? Even when they balance them, you know what I mean? A gun won't function the same way it used to. So it just amazed me that Infinity Ward was like, hey, we're going to take this and we're going to integrate this back into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to execute on everything that you guys have done here. And if this succeeds, we won't forget that you guys get this homage.
Yeah.
Because they still, when Cold War came out, it was still giving it's all into Cold War. You know what I mean? Like, Warzone changed with each COD that we had in this 3-year span. And I feel like that's what changed. Like,
oh damn, you're right. I didn't even think about that. You're really right. Yeah,
I feel like that's what changed.
Damn,
the world in that sense. Yeah, it did.
It did. Because then the guns were transferring over, the cosmetics were transferring over.
Yep.
Everything. Yeah. No, you're 100% right about that.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest dub, and that's what makes Call of Duty just different than everything else, is that they do have that aspect to where, oh, you want to, run and gun, go run and gun. You want to do this, go do that. You know what I mean? Like, you can do whatever you want to do with your friends, without your friends, squad.
Adding respawns.
I mean, yeah. And then the games and the storylines were like cohesive with the seasons in every video game that was happening. So yeah, bro, that's really true, bro. Really true.
So it's definitely gonna be a vibe to see what comes with Warzone 2.0.
Yeah, facts. I couldn't agree more. Whoa.
What I have heard a lot of is that people don't like the movement, but it's because it's Modern Warfare 2's movement. But I don't see anything wrong with Modern Warfare 2's movement. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I really don't.
I think people just be wilding.
To me, it seems like people are still moving the same, but just kind of slower.
Yeah, I agree.
You just can't do things that you wouldn't be able to do in real life.
Jackson says, Blackout walked so Warzone could run.
Oh, I definitely agree with that. Oh, yeah. It's just like what we said when we started the show tonight is, you know what I'm saying? Everything is born with baby legs. You know what I'm saying? It can't walk, it can't run, it can't, you know what I'm saying? And now things are being created and they're growing and we're getting to see that experience. So, you know, instead of knocking it for what it is, just think about how you had to grow up as a baby into into a child, into a teenager, and then into an adult, and then you'll be old someday. You know what I'm saying? Thinking, man, like all the mistakes and things that I've made that I wouldn't do today. That's exactly how video games are.
Facts. Facts.
Turn to shared for Modern Warfare 2, and that's going to create player experience. And I think the key innovations that we discussed for multiplayer all exist across Warzone 2.0 as well. So we're bringing it back. It's all connected. It's the same world, and I think the players are going to love it.
Oh my good God. Real excited about this one. Again, there's a lot in this one. Jack, where do we go from here?
So MW2 and Warzone 2 have been developed side by side since the beginning, right? Since we started down this road, and they're part of the same universe. Like Stephanie said, they share the same mechanics, the same weaponry, and even more than that. But the centerpiece of all this, of course, is the new map that we've been working on since 2020 with teams across the globe. It brings together our philosophies on map design, it brings together new technologies in order to do it, and lots of artwork to make it happen. And we've learned so much from players experiencing Verdansk and playing in Verdansk over the first few years of Warzone, and we're really excited for them to land in Al Mazrah with their squad. There's a wide variety of points of interest for players to explore in this map, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody in there.
Oh, here we go, a brand new map to explore and traverse. I cannot wait. Stephanie, let's take a look.
That's right, Miles. Welcome to Al Mazrah. This is our new map for Warzone 2.0. It is a really interesting mix of geography. It is expansive desert settings with a mix of industrial areas, towns, a city, and of course water. It looks way better on
there's hella water too
on Twitter.
Yep. A lot of different places to
you're
swim.
Gonna find a lot of really cool elevation, rocky.
Yeah, this is dope. This is dope, and I believe some of these things are like some of these places are in the game already. Yeah, like airport, I think, is a map that might be in the game already. And I'd like to see like that racetrack map. You know what I mean? I would like to see that somewhere on here too. I think that would be really dope.
I think that's gonna be on there.
You know, because like how they had like that big ass Coliseum in the other game, like that would be dope if they had a big ass racetrack in this one. I would really like that.
I bet you that's gonna be around in Al Mazrah City.
Oh yeah, that looks like that looks possible.
Or even more towards the port or something like that. I feel like, or Said City or Said City. I don't know how they're saying that or pronouncing that, but
yeah, I believe it's gonna be.
It's gonna be somewhere around in those areas. I feel like it's gonna be incorporated into Warzone 2.0 for sure, because that's just what COD does, is they incorporate their maps. You know, so I'm excited to see.
I'm super excited.
I'm not gonna be playing it as much. I already know, because I just am not a Warzone player, but I'm excited to see Warzone and what it does. I've been, seeing a lot of Warzone players lately than I have ever. But that's just coming along with, again, with what we do here. You know what I mean? All the networking and stuff like that. You're gonna start running into everybody and their grandma. You know what I'm saying? And they're all gonna be doing different things.
For real.
Peaks, caves, subterranean spaces. This map is beautiful, and it's actually the biggest BR map that we've ever made. And I am so excited for all of our streamers here to jump into Al Mazrah later today.
It's huge. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, so that was a big picture, and it's a great way to see it from a sort of top-down layout. But let's take a better look at some of these points of interest.
So when we set out to create these spaces, the team works to make it feel like a real
Okay,
space.
that looks like the
there's
map that we
infrastructure
had
between all the
in
different, what we call
Modern Warfare
points of interest along the
2019.
map.
And
if you're
that's
paying
Query
attention, you
from
might even
Modern
see
Warfare
that
19
it's
as
pretty
well.
familiar out there as well.
That was in
and so
the first
as the team
Warzone
works
as
through
well.
these, they're trying to find some variety on each point of interest to make them something that the players will want to drop in
Okay,
and get the
Observatory looked like it had
particularity of that
OG
single
Dome
point of
in it.
interest and find
Yep,
the
it
place that
did.
they want to drop and where they want to play, whether it be a high elevation observatory at the center of the map, whether it be the big city that's up the top right, and whether they want to explore that, or whether they want to work in some of our POIs where we have water intersecting with geometry here. So we have in this one.
Ooh, that looks familiar.
That does seem familiar.
I saw it. That's a terminal from
and
Modern
there's a
Warfare
movie
2,
system that goes
20,
through all of
from
this. So you'll be able to captain a
2007.
boat and drive between the different POIs. And here's one
Yeah,
of
this
our
is about to be
favorites, Sawa
lit.
Village, which is
That's my favorite.
colloquially
Yeah.
called Sunken Town.
I mean, I love to swim, so you find me there.
Absolutely.
I'm curious what you guys think, Jack and Joe, on what the
Ooh.
hot drop will be today, right? We've been talking about this the last couple of days. This is our first time seeing other people who are not us play Warzone 2.0, and so I
Set out to create
Which one of these
spaces.
maps stood out to you the most, bro?
I
Or
think
which one of these areas, POIs, I should say?
that the OG Modern Warfare, or not OG, but Modern Warfare 2019's map right there, that map Fortress, pops out to me a little bit. I don't know if you remember, but in Ground War, that was a really
You
that
said
was a common map.
this one?
Yeah, that map right there.
Yeah.
Of course, it's reworked a little bit. I mean, they
Mhm.
added like some different details and stuff to it, but that was the map that we had in 2019 for Ground War, and just for like the
Oh,
bigger
okay.
the bigger game modes. And I
No,
think they even
yeah, I remember that.
yeah, I think they even did it for. I think they even cut it down for 6v6, where it
Mhm,
wasn't
they did.
as big of a space, but you could still it was still
It was still like a little bit of
a
the
map.
city, and then that part right there.
right. And then Dome. I think OG Dome really sticks out to me from Modern Warfare,
Yeah.
from the original to Modern Warfare 2. And then of course the Quarry. You know, people love Quarry. That's probably gonna be the hot drop in this map right here, or on this session that they have right here. And then I want to say the water map with the
Oh, the sunken
underwater
city,
city,
place or whatever. Yeah.
I think that's gonna be
The
something that
underwater
people-
gunfights are gonna be insane in this game,
Exactly.
bro.
because they're gonna be
They-
majority pistol fights.
Yeah. And then they also have it to where you can like put a bouncing Betty, I guess. The bouncing
Mhm.
Betty's in the water. You know what I mean? And like if a
Mhm.
boat drives by, they'll just float on the water and explode and stuff like that. So
yep.
it'll be really dope. And they've put a lot of time and passion
Mhm.
into like
Mhm.
just how the water even works with the different, like
Mhm.
shooting the water or an explosion happening in the water or something like
Mhm.
that. I'm super. I like that boat right there too. I'm really excited to see
that
what
looks
happens
fire.
with that boat. That boat
And that-
hot drop is going to be crazy.
And that boat is from the Modern Warfare 2 campaign.
That's
the boat
Oh,
mission.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Facts. I
Oh,
really
yeah,
like this one.
yeah.
Exactly. I like hydroelectric a lot. I just like the vibe of it, how it looks with like the
Right.
water plant going on right there.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
All of
yep.
that definitely seems like a vibe to me. I can't wait for this game. I am going to be. Wait, what day is this? Hold on. Let me make sure it's not Tuesday. Nope, it's not. Good show. This is Wednesday next week. This coming up Wednesday is when this game will drop, and I am definitely gonna be there.
You gonna be on it,
or
huh?
be square. Oh yeah, bro. I might stream it all night type of vibe, bro. I'm about to get the squad together. I already know Electro is gonna try to get
Oh yeah,
on it for
Electro's
sure,
ready.
so-
Electro is definitely ready.
and then I'm pretty sure Draxus will try to get on it too. You feel me? I know you'll probably play it a little bit.
I'll play it a little bit. I'll play it
But,
just for the
we gonna have
vibes.
to wait for about 3 days for your shit to download.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Hey, I'm glad you remember that it used to be like that.
Bruh, it was a struggle, bruh.
Right? It used to take 7 years.
It
And
was
just
a
think, I was paying
struggle.
$200 a month for that.
Yeah, that was wild. Someone needed to be slapped viciously, ferociously.
Facts. Aggressively.
Oh
first time seeing other people who are not us play Warzone 2.0, and so I'm just very curious where you think everyone's gonna immediately drop today.
I think some people are gonna drop to Observatory just to go back to home, you know, go have some fun. It's always nice. You're moving through the map and you kind of hit a spot and you're like, wait
I've been here before.
I know what this is.
Yeah, that's how it was on
Hey, there's
Warzone.
a lot of nuggets in there for some old Modern Warfare fans.
Yeah, I'll say Corey.
What's up with those ring lights? Is that something I need to invest in? I feel like there's something I need to invest in.
As long
Wait,
as
what?
possible in this match.
The ring light?
Oh, smart.
We have some news.
Oh
for
yeah,
Edge
bro,
of the
ring
Map
lights are
players
dope.
coming
You know, I
up.
got two of them in here.
All right, guys. Well, the map looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to watch our streamers here drop in early in an alpha build later on today. Okay, so moving on to the gameplay, we've got this beautiful space to play in. How do all of these multiplayer elements we've talked about a little bit earlier, how do they fit into Warzone 2.0?
I mean, the super simple answer is all the stuff we talked about in multiplayer, the stuff you saw in the multiplayer trailer, that's all in Warzone, right? It's all integrated. So that tactical camera works in Warzone, that decoy mine works in Warzone. Like, it's all that's been built from the ground up for both. The slide, the dive, the water, like.
More swimming.
Yeah. Yep. See pistol fights under there.
This is a great taste.
Not gonna be able to fight with your AR or with your submachine gun down there.
Captain Miller, you know, Apocalypse Now coming out of the water, knifing people. I mean, this.
Look at that.
Yeah, the rendering team made some work, so you come out, you're looking all wet.
That was the mission right there, but it
was
for some reason this is in the daytime.
No, that wasn't the mission. That was Warzone.
Oh, that was Warzone play?
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm telling you, G.
All
of that was Warzone play right there.
So I'm glad you brought up vehicles.
Look, this is the most replayed part.
A little bit earlier.
Slide, the dive, the water camera works in Warzone. That decoy mine works in Warzone. Like, it's all of it's been built from the ground up for both. The slide, the dive, the water, like.
More swimming.
Yeah. This is a great taste of some of the water combat.
I can't wait to go full Captain Miller, you know, Apocalypse Now coming out of the water, knifing people. I mean, this just looks.
Yeah, the rendering team made some work, so you come out, you're looking all wet.
Bruh.
Yeah.
See the caustics on the bottom.
That was fire.
I'm not even sure what caustics are. I have no idea, but it sounds great and it looks incredible.
You can see the armored patrol boat coming by there with its 2 turrets. There's some cool stuff.
So I'm glad you brought up vehicles.
Bro, that looks amazing, right, bro?
Like, that looks fire.
That looks
you know, we
great.
See that looks fire. Check what we got.
So we've implemented a new physical handling model for the vehicles. Vehicles are heavier, some will slide.
Oh, I
have
forgot
more
about
traction,
that.
Less traction. And as you're driving them around and you're encountering them and other squads are playing
There's
with them,
gas
you can
and
choose to
shit
shoot
now,
off
bro.
the
Like, I
tires
forgot.
to kind of
I forgot
impact
all
their
of that.
handling. You can have them, they react to explosive differently based on their weight. So if you're in a heavy armored 4x4 and get hit by an RPG, it's going to kind of bounce a
the
little
bouncing
bit,
Betty gets to sit on top of the water. You're right, yep.
You can also choose with your squad to be rolling into a POI and somebody jumps out on the roof, somebody leans out the window, and suddenly you get yourself a lot of firepower driving into the POI.
Like how it was in the
Of
campaign,
course, that vehicle needs to survive for quite some time in the map if you want to keep using it to go from point to point. And vehicles will run out of gas, or at least most of them will run out of gas, and then you can bring them to a gas station to fill them up. If your tire's been blown up, you can get out and repair it, or you can bring it to a gas station to get repaired as well. And of course,
they on their GTA time,
bro. We got the boat that Joe mentioned.
That's
with
gonna
the
be
turret,
awesome.
turret at the back, so you can have a little moment cruising up the river with your whole squad ready to rumble. So yeah, there is so much love that's gone into these vehicles.
I forgot the coolest vehicle.
The coolest vehicle?
The massive helicopter that you can fly around. And it's a moving
chopper.
platform with 3 doors, and you can move a whole squad through the map.
What?
Wreak havoc. It is so cool.
Oh my god.
I mean, the fact that you can lean out of the window, you know, grab your teammates, pile in a vehicle, actually, you know,
be able to protect yourself.
Engage in battle from the window, leaning out, shooting
unless
combat.
somebody blew off your door.
That won't.
That does complicate things, doesn't it?
PTSD from Joe killing me many times in our play tests.
Well, I hope the gas prices in Almaz are okay. I thought there's a lot going on in Warzone 2.0.
He came for California's neck for that one. He came for Cali's neck in that one, G. Damn.
Yo, that was ill. Why you do us like that, fam? That's crazy. That was mad disrespectful.
What other massive changes have we got in store? Because it feels like there's so much that's changed.
I just want to know how he knows.
Do we still have circles? Is there still gas? I know there are guns, but do we shoot them? What's happening?
Well, what do you want to jump into first? Oh, Stephanie,
We've made some pretty sweeping changes, I think, to the high-level components of Warzone 2.0 to continue providing players with both a dynamic and rewarding VR experience. But Warzone 2.0, you're going to hear it over and over again today. It's about fun. This is about playing with your friends, having fun, you know, friends new and old. Maybe you're making them a game. And I think one particular feature that I cannot wait to see the streamers engage with will be our
the
prox chat.
freaking prox
So
chat.
Yeah,
I
will
knew
be
it.
Warzone, and there's going to be some amazing clips.
Oh yeah, the clips are gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, bro, definitely. Clips are gonna be great.
2.0. I'm listening to that.
The streamers love prox chat.
They're like, yes.
You know, in looting in Warzone 2.0, we still have the humming crates. You know, you can still travel around and listen for those. We still have the loose loot on the ground, but we wanted to add a layer of learnability and logic to our looting, right? So if you're outside, if you're a little kid, you fall down, you hurt your knee, and your mom's gonna go inside, go to the medicine cabinet and get you something a Band-Aid, Neosporin, whatever. So that's our looting. If you need health items, you can hit a bathroom in a building and there'll be a medicine cabinet, you can open it up. If you want to get loadout items, there are these hidden caches throughout in between the POIs that are in ground, and you can memorize where they are because they're always there. So you can kind of start to develop these paths through the map
routes
of how you loot. And there's this logic applied to looting. You know, you can find toolboxes that'll have grenades and things in them. And you find these other crates that are kind of like, it's as if the military that occupied this space came through and dropped off military items. Those crates are always there, so you can always have this reliable layer to looting.
Incredible. This sounds really exciting. We got a road trip through
dope,
Mars.
bro.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's a little bit more Apex-like, it sounds like. You know, like having
pick up snacks, pick up
the
ammo,
bins
and all
that
sorts.
you
Okay,
can
cool. So
hit.
what about circle mechanics? I mean, this is obviously a huge component of BR's joke.
Yeah, I mean, the circle's been a staple of BRs. It's been really hard to move away from it, so we kind of talked about what could we do to mix things up with the circle. So we've got this new mechanic where the circle can actually split, almost like a cell splits into 2, 3, or even
that's gonna
4
be
circles.
dope as fuck, bro.
And then
that's gonna be
those
so
circles kind of
raw.
close down, and what it does is it segregates teams, and you have these micro battles in those circles. And at a certain point, you're like, okay, we've cleared out our circle. We think we're good, and then those circles merge. They come back together.
Yeah.
Fight of like as the circle's moving, you're like gearing up in buildings. You're like,
Hey, that stops people from playing Ring.
Circles hit. You have that final fight. So it's another kind of
still playing Ring.
twist in the gameplay that we feel like is a cool world event that would happen. Like, oh, the circle's splitting. We need to do X.
Crazy. Get in the car. We're going now. Go.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine getting split up from the team? That would be just your luck, fam. That would be you. All three of us be everybody be together, and then you be in the other circle, fam.
Hey. Hey.
We all be together, and then you just be all the way over there.
Hey, that definitely be me, bro. That's hey, what I've definitely learned from playing BR is to slow down.
Oh yeah,
Not too slow though, because I've been getting kind of left behind a little bit lately. But to slow down for sure, like slow down, G. Like play a little bit more passive.
Bro, be like, I'm in the circle, the wrong one, G. I wish you the best of
because
luck,
we are all the way over here, G. All three of us, and you on prox chat too.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, where you at? We can't tell you, nigga, because if you start getting interrogated, can't tell you, man.
Oh, that's right. There is interrogations and stuff now. I forgot about that. That's lit. Yeah, can't wait to see that. Yo.
I wonder if they're gonna talk about that.
What about
me too. I don't think that was talked about in this. I think that came out later on.
Is that still around? I mean, there's so much change, man. I mean, I'm
ready
ready
the
for
gulag.
it. Sure, what do we got?
The gulag, you know, we've been experimenting with. We've tried some crazy things with the gulag, but the current version of the gulag that we have running right now, where we're excited people to play, is you're not in there alone. You actually have this temporary alliance with another opponent in the map, and you have to work together, and if you can defeat the other team, you can get out, and after that you guys are enemies again. But for that moment, it's like, all right, we need each other. Let's do this.
Oh, that's dope.
To talk to each other. And the other thing we've been playing around with is you may see a little bit of an AI presence in the gulag. So you have to be on your toes. Like, you're working with an enemy, there might be an AI here, you're picking up weapons. And we're excited for people to try it. And
yeah, we're gonna get feedback today too, and like Joe said, we've been through some pretty wild iterations.
What do you think? What do you think about that, bro? Having to, work
You
with
just
an enemy
never,
for-
bro. It's weird because you don't know if he gonna turn on you or not, just so he can get out.
But I don't think it works like that. I think
That's what they're saying. They're saying that you could get killed by the AI, and then he's alone, and he can win by himself, and then, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't think you can kill your teammate though. I don't think.
no. You could set him up to die.
Oh, like he could get out by himself or something.
Yeah,
and
he
then
can
leave
let
him with
that
the
AI
other
kill
two
you.
people. Yeah. That's true. That's very true. That's true. That's a fact though. And I think there's doors as well that open after a specific time, and then you can like run out of the gulag. I think that's a W though, because when we first heard about the gulag for Warzone, we were like, "Yo, that's awesome! That's lit! Like,
Yep,
what? We get a
1v1.
chance to come back. You get the 1v1. That's awesome." And then so hearing that they're gonna kind of do the a gunfight gulag is pretty lit. And then I think it's the battle royale as well, to where you still have to run around and find weapons within the gulag that you're doing, and then you fight. So it's gonna be lit. I can't wait. I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody running 1v1s or 2v2s like that just yet on COD. Like, you know what
they
I mean?
have been,
like,
trust. Oh yeah, they have been.
Yeah, I ain't seen a G. Like,
2v2 GBs, 1v1 GBs have been going crazy.
No, I'm not talking about GBs. I'm just talking about regular, just 1v1s and 2v2s with like in the comm. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
no, that's what it's been. Yeah, no, it's definitely been that. It's been all of it. Like, that's what I'm saying. GBs have been going like crazy, and that's what's been causing people to just want to fight and 1v1 without money. You know what I mean? Like, like, hey, bro, I want to 1v1 you, and I mean, I've even been called out a couple of times to do a 1v1. You know what I mean? And you know, like, I wouldn't mind having a community night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Just some 1v1s.
It's just 1v1, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that was something huge that we used to do back in the day. So, you know, I wouldn't mind bringing that back, you know what I mean? And be like, hey, bro, I know you suck, so I heard it's 5 a.m. Come suck some, you know what I'm saying?
of the gulag, which I will not reveal here, but there's a lot in store.
There certainly is a lot in store.
Jack,
I have
say
heard
to that,
a new concept coming to Warzone 2.0 called AI that may impact how players get their weapons, etc. Can you clue me into what that's all about and if it's even true?
Absolutely.
Jackson said, "Hey, let me add
reinforced buildings that the occupying inside Al Mazrah, and the players can choose whether or not they want to engage with them to get cool rewards, including free loadout.
Tell her it's 5 a.m. Tell her suck some.
Occupying inside Al Mazrah in BR, and the players can choose whether or not they want to engage with them and assault them to get cool rewards, including free loadout items, which is one of the in BR
holds that will include AI.
In store.
Certainly is a lot in store. Jack, I have heard of a new concept coming to Warzone 2.0 called Strongholds. That will include AI that may impact how players get their weapons, etc. Can you clue me into what that's all about and if it's even true?
Absolutely. So strongholds are reinforced buildings that the AI is occupying inside Al Mazrah in BR, and the players can choose whether or not they want to engage with them and assault them to get cool rewards, including free loadout items.
Okay, like the bots in Apex
that we're adding for players to get their hands on their best weapon.
Yeah, low key, and I think Fortnite has something like that too.
AI at scale into Warzone 2, and you're going to encounter them in multiple modes in different ways. In BR specifically, they're in these strongholds, and if you get to a stronghold, you can find the location of a black site, which is going to have even cooler stuff in it, and you can fight your way from one to the next. But in other modes, you're going to find the AI occupying large portions of the map and just kind of protecting different POIs in different ways.
Unreal. Okay, so we've all heard the rumors that Warzone 2.0 is going to have some very, very interesting new modes. Would you care to confirm or deny Stephanie Snowden?
It's finally time. I have read about some new modes on the internet recently, but one of the most exciting things about Warzone 2.0 is
she was throwing shade to everyone that was leaking.
Sandbox
all the
experience
leakers
is coming at launch. I am happy to announce
Oh, it's coming at
DMZ,
launch? I didn't
Call
know
of
that.
Duty's extraction mode will arrive with Warzone 2.0 at launch later this year.
Oh,
I
I'm
played DMZ
on
for the
that,
very first time on my first day at IW, and to this day, playing it nonstop, the possibilities with this game mode blow my mind.
Oh yeah, I'm on that.
So DMZ. I can
That's
also
not the only
confirm that
thing
DMZ is real.
Hey!
I'm not going to go into depth on it today because we do
What?
have to keep some stuff in reserve.
Wow.
What I can tell you, though, is we've created a rich sandbox
That
where
was
you
not
can
it.
define your own win condition.
We're
You
talking
infiltrate
about
Al
Activision
Mazrah,
here.
You accomplish your
You
goals,
better
and then
chill
you
out.
decide
You
to
already
extract
know.
when time
You
is right.
better calm
It is
down
played
with
across
your
the whole
stage.
map.
saying.
AI is occupying large sections
That's
of
what
the
I'm
map. They
saying.
are lethal opponents, and they do command your respect. You have to watch out for them. You have to work with your team. They patrol areas, they occupy strongholds, and they'll reinforce based on players' actions. And then on top of all this, you can choose which mission you want to accomplish, or you can chase after a variety of activities in the world. And you can play this differently depending on your playstyle. You can go loud, like I always do. You can go quiet, or you can hunt other players or avoid them entirely. Or you could just decide, hey, I'm going to explore the secrets of Al Mazrah and see what's there.
Loot up, exfil. It's totally up to player choice there, and I'm really excited about the full scale of what we're delivering for this chapter. And we want players to have an amazing experience in Warzone 2.0. We've been listening to the conversations in the community, specifically around small maps, Ricochet, anti-cheat, ranked play, and beyond.
Oh,
And
ranked play in the Warzone?
trust me, although we're
sound-
touching
hey.
on some of the core updates,
You know, it's
to
a
the
lot of
overall
Warzone pros out there,
2.0
man.
experience today, and
Right.
mostly focusing on BR, there will be more news to share over the coming months.
It's about
Okay.
They really didn't talk about what DMZ was though, but alrighty, I'll take it.
Yeah, for real. I was like,
I'll take it. I mean, it was a W review. You know what I mean? I'll take that.
nah, facts. That's
I'll
facts.
take that. The same way she was mind blown, I'll take that.
You gotta chill. You gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. That's
My
not
fault,
the
G.
strat.
My
That's
fault,
not the
G.
strat, bro. I'm
My
just saying.
fault,
That's
G.
not the strat. You gotta chill. That is not it. It ain't the one. It ain't the
My
one.
fault. My fault.
It ain't the one. My guy about to have us out here. See, I told you it's gonna be you. I keep telling you, G, it's gonna be you. Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to look to see if someone has some. Oh, we got somebody that has some Warzone 2 DMZ. No, that's yeah, DMZ. Hold on, let's see. Got a long ass ad right here. Damn, they gonna hit me with 2 ads back to back. Bro, I'm hyped for Warzone. No, I think Warzone 2 is about to be crazy. It looks like they really did put a lot of time into it and really did put a lot of passion into that as well. And I just hope that it really, really hits the way that we want it to.
I think it will. I think it will for sure. Like I feel like it's gonna be one of those things of where it's like, of course, you know, it's gonna have its downfalls, but it looks like it has more upside to it this time.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know, there's a reason behind you know, movement and things like that being, you know, kind of cut down a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think people just need to adjust. You know what I mean? I think people just need to adjust. They need to find new ways. They need to play it more like a military game is meant to be, instead of, you know, trying to jump around why and, you know, things like that. Like, you know, you're not, you know, they are trying to make it more realistic, but they're also trying to give you that experience, that fun, you know what I mean, at the same time as making it more of an experience of realism. You know what I mean? You
That's
know,
true.
people always complain about core not being real because you couldn't one tap somebody to the head. Well, now it's like, you know, they have fall off damage range that actually matters, because it didn't really matter in Modern Warfare 2019. Like, that wasn't really a thing. Like, even though it would say it would have a stat line under it, it seemed like it didn't play a part in it at all. And now
That's true.
in Modern Warfare 2 now, it seems like it plays a part. Like, If you're up close on somebody, it's a 1 to 2 tap. If they're far away or mid range, it's like a 3 to 4 tap. If they're further out, it might be 5, depending on where you're hitting them in the body. If you're shooting them in the legs or in the chest or whatever, like the hit markers that you see vary depending on range, and you know what I'm saying? Like all the things that we've wanted to matter, they matter now. Like those things matter now. Now when you put an attachment on a gun, it matters that you put that attachment on that gun. You know what I mean?
That's true.
If you put an extended barrel and you're supposed to be able to shoot more damage output at a further range, now that matters in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just different things that they've done to make the experience more of an experience, and the multiplayer we know is going to be the same way it's incorporated in Warzone 2. And we needed that. We need that refreshment of a game. We need to be able to adapt. We need to be able to find our footing, especially with us having this for 2 years. You know, you get it all this year, and then you have to go through all next year of it. So you have to adapt. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to adapt, because in real life, you're not sliding around, jumping, and putting your gun up and down, trying to aim faster and things like that. You have to be more prepared.
Yeah.
And that's how people, like, the reason why COD lost a lot of their fan base was because of that. Was because all these Fortnite players started coming and they're bunny hopping and they're doing this and doing that. Like, I remember hearing all the people complain about stuff like that. Like, bro, go back to Fortnite. You're going to be doing all that goddamn jumping and shit. You know what I mean? Like, Call of Duty has always been more, like, campy. You know what I'm saying? More strategic, like, you know, more, you know, you're walking around corners, or you got a claymore set down while you're sitting up on top of some stairs with some dual wields or a shotgun or something like that, you know, something at close range. So when the claymore or something went off and it was a hit marker and it didn't kill them, you're running out there to finish them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how Call of Duty was always played, and it was just more militant, like, you know, like how you would play for your life in the military, really.
Yeah.
You know, you're not in the military just running out there with your gun up in the air. You know what I mean? You're not doing that. So
That's true.
I think that COD is doing a really good job this year, finally, with their stuff. I enjoy every minute of COD that I do play. It does suck sometimes that I get in a skill-based matchmaking match, and at one point it's like I'm playing people that are not that good, and then the next minute I'm playing COD champs. You know, so I do think that they need to balance that a little bit more. Because I shouldn't be playing against people that are playing like their life depends on it. You know what I mean? I am getting on there to do my camo grinds and stuff like that. And if I am playing at a high level, say my next 5-6 games are at a high level, then yeah, you know what I mean? Go ahead, throw me in there. But if I have just one game of where it was half decent, please don't put me up against the next phase group. Like,
not the next phase clan. That's hilarious.
I'm telling you, man, it has been so inconsistent with the camo grind stuff, because it's like, you know, once you get to the end of your grind of the camos, you maxed out the gun, you got all this, you know, the certain attachments. The challenges are like get 3 kills 10 times without dying, or get 3 kills without dying 10 times. You know what I mean? And like, that's simple stuff to do, you know? So now you can use the gun as how you would proceed to use it without grinding camo, because that's the achievement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, now that I finished that achievement, you know what I'm saying, and I'm about to move to my next gun, I shouldn't have to be playing the next COD champs with a base weapon that has no attachments on it. You know what I'm saying? like it's not, and that's where I see that people do want to have skill-based matchmaking removed, because it's like, hey, I'm just trying to do the achievements in the game. I'm not asking for it to be easy.
Yeah.
But at least give me people that are not freaking already got gold guns or already got everything that they've wanted, and now that's the only gun that they use. Like, don't give me those type of people. Don't match me up with those guys. You know?
Yeah.
But I feel like skill-based matchmaking is a broken system anyway. And with that being said, that means that it's inevitable that you're not going to get those kind of people, because if your KDR is high, your KDR is high. But that's what everybody loved about COD. It was like you got different skills in the lobby. So you might get one guy on the other team that might be freaking crazy good. And now you're like, oh, okay, I want to play too. You know what I'm saying? I want to play cracked out too. Let's see who we get the most, let's see who can get the most kills or whatever it is, And that was the enjoyable thing about not separating lobbies anymore and things like that. Like that's the nostalgia that people get. But at the same time, now it cuts down on racism, sexual, making fun of people's sexual choices and just a whole bunch of things, and it cuts down on, abusing streamers, really, because that's a lot that we deal with, that people see somebody streaming and they're immediately trying to get someone banned by saying TOS stuff. Yeah, and that, we shouldn't have to deal with that. And I like the integrated system that they've come with, that they got like their own Discord type thing going on in their game. I don't use it often still, but it's a great idea. You know what I mean? Like it's great that they've integrated that, so that way things like that don't have to happen, and you can be more held responsible for being, in private. I mean, in public chats. You know what I mean? But people still don't care. They still abuse it and do all this stuff, that they do. But COD, I think, is really headed in the right direction with everything that they're doing this year, and with Warzone, I feel like everything is there. I feel like all the tools are there. I feel like everything is there.
I agree, bro. It'll just be like we keep saying it. It'll be really interesting to see how this goes, man. Because
that's been our whole episode.
Like, bro, it's just like, damn. All we can do is hope for the best. That's kind of where we are, to where it's just hope for the best, expect the worst. You feel me?
Yep. Facts.
So let's check out this DMZ stuff a little bit. This is coming at us from Chaos. Yeah, guy covers a lot of this stuff going on.
DMZ is not a mystery anymore. We actually we have gameplay, we have clarity on a lot of things, and the community is very divided. Some people are saying it looks like a newer version of Plunder. Others are saying that they don't think it's actually going to garner the attention of players. And there's others that say it's something completely new. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Chaos here. We've compiled everything, and we are going to go over everything we know about DMZ. Now, it's one of the strangest projects in Call of Duty history, but it seems like we were right about it all along. The secret game mode that first leaked over a year ago seemed to be a direct adaptation of the popular extraction game mode that's been growing rapidly thanks to games like Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown. DMZ is officially confirmed to be part of the Warzone 2 experience, which you're going to get your hands on any day now. And we recently got a ton of new information, and thanks to those early streams that a number of creators were invited to participate in, we know what's happening here. So if you're eager to see what a Call of Duty version of Escape from Tarkov would look like, here it is. This mode, to me, well, I'll give you my opinion at the end. Let's go through it. Let me know what you guys think of DMZ in the comments. Drop a like. Is it going to get your precious gaming hours? Do you think it's going to be a new chapter in Call of Duty history? Or is it going to be another
clip right there? I don't know if that was
a strat clip right there.
DMZ
that was insane,
is
bro.
an extraction type game where you spawn into a map with a loadout that you made before you actually hit the start button. The goal is to get into various hotspots around the map, acquire gear, complete missions for XP, and then make it to an extraction zone without being killed. The gameplay is identical to Warzone 2, but if you're killed on the battlefield, everything you brought with you into the match, it's gone for good, permanently. It creates a high-stakes game of pros and cons. Every single decision you make throughout your experience, well, it has consequences. Now, Charlie Intel described the game as an open-world, narrative-focused extraction mode where squads complete faction-based missions, take on additional side objectives, and you engage with enemy operators or AI combatants. You search for valuable items, all while fighting to survive towards the exfil. Now, if you go to the main menu, the game itself describes DMZ with deploy to the Al-Mazrah exclusion zone, where operators are weapons-free. Accept contracts, explore side objectives, engage with opposing operators and AI combatants, search for valuable items, all while trying to complete your mission and get out alive. So it's all about getting in, grabbing loot, getting out, which we knew that's what it was going to be about. Now there's also a number of buy stations around the map where you can use the money you found for a little advantage. Right now, there are 8 things in the buy station. In ascending order from the cheapest to the most expensive, there are armor plates, munition boxes, gas mask, medium backpacks, 2-plate armor vests, stronghold keys, and a number of AI-controlled enemies patrolling the area while, I mean, you may feel inclined to go take them out for some easy gear if you want to, but don't get too comfortable because they're actually smart. That's one thing I saw from community feedback was people are like, the AI is actually pretty good here. So keep that in mind. Infinity Ward was really hyping up their new AI system, and DMZ puts that on full display. The AI around the map is actually extremely intelligent, difficult to fight at times, so never get too comfortable when you're actually hunting for loot. Not only will the AI put up a good fight, but they're going to make a ton of noise while doing it, which obviously is going to alert other players to your presence. Now, walking around the map, you'll find that it's much more intractable than Warzone. Largely thanks to the number of set pieces you can actually interact with here. You can find gear in the desks, the closets, in addition to your usual floor loot strategy or box strategy. So you need to keep a close eye out where you are going and how you're learning these maps. The challenges that you're given for this mode, well, they're pretty varied. They can range from something like activate one UAV tower to something like find a contract phone and download the intel.
I wonder if those were other players or if that was the AI.
Story going on in the background.
No, that's other players.
DMZ. I don't know how deep it's going to be or fleshed out, but something. Maybe a loose storyline that's going to go on throughout the first Warzone type season. We'll see. Kind of like it did with Warzone, the original one. Now, before jumping into the map, you will be able to make your own class out of gear that you have successfully extracted previous matches with.
Okay,
the class
that was
system,
the most detailed.
It's very similar to the base Warzone class system, but with a couple key changes to better fit that gameplay. And I know the first thing people are going to do is judge this game based off Escape from Tarkov. This is not Escape from Tarkov. This, it doesn't look like it's going to reach those levels of intensity, if you will. Yes, it's an extraction game. Yes, it's a one and done. If you get it.
Oh my god.
Oh, they did us dirty.
Yeah, for real, for real. So what are you thinking so far? What are you thinking so far about what we've heard and so forth?
Think
it seems pretty cool.
It just seems like Warzone. It seems like an updated Warzone. You know what I mean? Like
Warzone with extra steps.
Yeah, like, you know, Warzone and like how they were saying plunder. I think it is a bunch of different things melted together. I think it's like, you know, plunder, resurgence, Warzone.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Type of vibe.
That makes sense.
You know, you still can't respawn type thing. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's bringing some of that Escape from Tarkov feel, you know. But it's COD. It's still COD. Like, that's what I'm getting from all the explanation that he's saying. It's still Call of Duty. Like, there's nothing. There's no huge difference, but there's a big difference.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And you die, and you decided to be the guy that took all his most valuable loot, and it's gone. Well, you're gonna have to cry about it because
and you
it is
lose
gone.
your loot,
so in
though.
that
I
sense,
like that.
yes, it is like Escape from Tarkov, but. Why Escape from Tarkov was so successful, is it captured that line of it just, it ramps up the intensity and the stress and the focus and the detailism to another level. It's about as authentic of an extraction mode as we have right now. Call of Duty's, DMZ, I don't feel like it's on that level of stress. Yes, it can be stressful. It all depends on how serious, I guess, you take the game mode. But it definitely feels more like a mixed bag of a battle royale and a Warzone put in there with extraction, with exfil. So keep that in mind. I know it's literally going to be judged side by side with Escape from Tarkov this entire time, but these are two separate things. Now let's talk a little more about it. So you can there's some key changes that kind of help fit the gameplay of this one. I mean, the class system is very similar, like I said, to the Warzone class system, but there's changes. So you can actually carry 2 weapons at the same time in DMZ, and they can actually both be primaries, which is cool. Now, granted, that will have some movement penalties attached to it, but yes, you can carry 2 primary weapons at the same time when you spawn into a match. It's going to be interesting to see how people customize and build out their loadout, and then you put the give and take in there, the pros and cons of do I die, do I want to lose my good stuff. It does add that extra edge of intensity to the game. You also get to bring one lethal and one tactical equipment piece with you, as well as one field upgrade. Now, in addition,
so when you lose your loot in the game, you lose it to where you can't reattach it again in the menu.
Yes, you lose everything. You got to go in the game again and find whatever it was that you just had in order to get it back.
Yeah, I'm not playing that.
Also spawn in with a gas mask, a kill streak, self-revive, or an armor carrier. But these things are going to be, let's be real, they're going to be rather valuable pieces of loot within the gameplay. So you will actually have to probably do some mental kind of min-maxing when deciding on whether you want to spawn in with stuff like that, or do you want to try to get it during the match? Because, once again, if you go out, you're going to be wasting some really good stuff. So it's going to be a lot of give and take. People are going to have to sit there and stare at that screen and make some pretty hard decisions when it comes to their loadouts, when it comes to their loot, when it comes to the stuff they've actually acquired, the higher level value stuff, which is what I hope gets people to actually stick with this. So that's it in a nutshell. Now, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to leave you with some raw gameplay of DMZ. Soak it in, take it in, and then give me your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think this mode has a chance to have lasting power?
Nah, we get it on Tuesday. I think that we got to see
what we
pretty much what we needed to. Yeah, especially with this explanation. That was deep.
Yeah, he gave a really good explanation as well. That's why I like to watch Chaos's stuff, because he goes through whatever it is very thoroughly. What I'll say is that everything that he's saying actually is very enticing to me, because I love game modes like that. I like DayZ. I love DayZ. But the thing I hate about DayZ is like how extreme the survivability level is ramped to. And that's one of the things that I'm not a big fan of about, Escape from Tarkov, is like how extreme every session is. It's like it's literally life or death going in there, like, most of the times. And it seems like this game is going to be that, but it's not going to be ramped up to that same level. It's going to be the Call of Duty version of it. And I think that's perfectly fine. I like that it's still on the Warzone map, and I like that they make it different to where there's more things accessible to be able to find the attachments that you're looking for or whatever. I also like that you're not just like looking for guns the whole game. You know what I mean? You're looking for a grip, or you're looking for the attachments that you can unlock in the game. That's a super big dub to me. And I also like that you're going to be able to find multiples of things and stack them up, so you can throw your M4 together with your grip and your stock in the barrel that you like, and because you got 4 more of them stocked up or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Extraction modes are W's all the time. Like anytime a new game comes out that has an extraction mode, it usually blows up for the first part of it, and then it dies off afterwards because people are like, oh, this isn't whatever else it is that I want to play. But I think what this game is going to freaking hugely benefit from is that it's Call of Duty. So people that play Warzone will be like, you know what, let's go do this game mode real quick, or let's go do an extraction real quick, or whatever the case, whatever it's going to be called. And if they somehow are able to weave some more story elements into it as well on top of it, it's really going to be an amazing game mode, to where, you can go through and almost play it like it's the story mode, but it's an open world version of that somehow, some way, or whatever the case is. And since there's going to be missions that you can do on top of it, that's really a huge, I think that's a huge thing. It reminds me of that part of the game where you have to clear the 2 buildings that are like right next to each other. Well, there's like multiple buildings that you have to clear, and there's enemies inside, and you can choose to go straight in, or you can choose to go in from the top, and like you can throw flashbangs into the air vents, or It reminds me heavily of that. And like you're going to be able to kind of do stuff like that if you want to, possibly, or like he even said, going loud or going quiet. I think they said that in the Call of Duty thing that we saw them do. Right. All of that sounds like a major dub to me. I'm going to be playing this game mode, and this is also going to be one of those game modes that I play like maybe like solo while I'm chilling or something. You know what I mean? I don't know if you have to go in a squad. I think with a squad, I think it's just like an option. You know what I mean? So
Right.
just like it is on Tarkov, you can go in with a squad or you can go in solo.
Mhm.
Hopefully, it's more like Tarkov as well, to where you can still hurt your friends and your like just like you can hurt enemies, because that's how it is on Tarkov. Is you can like accidentally shoot your homies or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
And I would really like it if it was something like that as well. But it seems like you kind of parachute in with your team like you do on Warzone, and not that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You come in and then you get extracted. But I think it's dope, bro. I like that you can get kill streaks and all that stuff, but and extract with them and then stack your kill streaks, stack I like that I like all of that, bro. And then it'd be like, okay, do I really want to take in my flashbang when I only got one of them? Or do I really want to take in, my UAV when I only got one of them left or whatever? And stuff is going to be rare. And I think this is I think this might be a dub. I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be a dub. I know a lot of people were expecting it to be on the the EFT level, of Escape from Tarkov, but I don't think that the fact that it's not going to be on that level as intensity
It's
is
probably
going to
not going to
really
hurt
veer
it as
anybody
much.
away. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it will either.
People aren't going to play. People don't want to play DMZ for it to be Escape from Tarkov. They're playing it because it's DMZ, right? Like,
and because it's COD, yeah.
Exactly, and because it's COD. So, and it's a new thing coming to COD. For I just can't wait to see what really goes on. Once again, it's just gonna be interesting to see what happens on the 16th.
That's what this episode of GamerVision has been about. Really, is just we're just excited to see the direction that the games are going in, the communities are going in. How the splits are coming back together between the communities and how they're staying split. I feel like a lot of the FPS community is really just starting to migrate back to COD because it's kind of like where they started before they really played Halo a lot or before they played these games. And I think that COD finally got it right. I feel like Activision finally may have gotten it right. And it sucks that it looks like they've gotten it right at the end of their reign. But
right
sometimes
someone else's.
Yeah, it sometimes is like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you find your footing, you find your ground. And a lot of it had to do with, again, becoming cross-council, becoming open with PC, and really trying to develop a game that can handle the pressures of doing both, putting the servers on the same, on the same wavelengths and on the same, just everything, you know what I mean? And then trying to accommodate for the frame differences, trying to balance out for consoles when they are playing against PC players. It was just a lot of things over the years that needed to happen, enable for us to get a good game finally. And I feel like Modern Warfare 2 just blew the doors open for everything. I don't care if you're getting bored of it, you know what I mean, or whatever it is that the case may be, or that you just want to go into Warzone. COD changed history.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, they changed the path of gaming. And it was bound to happen with them because they are the biggest FPS in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm excited to see what Warzone brings, even though I'm not really a Warzone guy. I've always been just a Respawn player, type of vibe. That's always been my thing. It is kind of dying out, but I'm also getting old too. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things that I might just go with it. I don't know what may happen or what may hold, but I feel like with Warzone, it's just never really been my thing. You know what I mean? Warzone has never really been
Battle
my thing.
Royales have never really been your thing.
Yeah, Battle Royales. Yeah, facts. That is a fact. I've never really, Apex was the first thing that introduced me to it, and that took a lot of talking me into. You know what I mean? And even
years.
Years. I think I came into Apex in like season 4, I believe. It was whenever the train map was the first. Was like
World's Edge. I think
World's Edge. Yeah, World's Edge was my OG map, and I still came when that map was already like almost a year old.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, BRs are definitely an experience. I definitely have opened up my category with BRs. I played Spell Check for a little while.
Spell break.
Spell Break. My bad. I played Spell Break for a little while. I even played that one that we played the beta of. I got like a free trial of it for a little bit. The one
Super
where it was
people.
like, no. It was like where you like ninjas and stuff, kind of. We get like the
Naraka Blade Point.
That Blade Point. I played Blade Point for a little bit. That was cool. That had like the For Honor vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
bit, yeah.
I mean, I've definitely opened up my category. There's definitely a number of BRs that I've gotten to play that I like to play. Warzone was definitely a vibe sometimes. But it's just about enjoying the game now at this point. And I that's what they're big on preaching on, and I hope that people do get to finally enjoy it. I do hope that people get to actually, enjoy playing open world BR MMO type of style gameplays that are in FPS now. You know what I mean? Because that's definitely the vibe that they've brought to it. They brought in the GTA vibe, they've brought in the Call of Duty vibe, they've brought in the BR vibe. They just brought everything to it. So I hope that everybody can have fun with this. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see everybody be excited for it. I am gonna be playing it. I'm just not gonna. It's not gonna be my main thing, just like most BRs never have been. But
yeah,
I'll do a little bit of content on it. I definitely want to check out what it's gonna be like to have prox chat and things like that, and to see the new ways that the circles close and stuff like that, and see how people sweat their nuts out, because that's basically what it's really gonna be. Is it's gonna be a lot of sweaties. I kind of feel like maybe Modern Warfare 2, the multiplayer version, should have waited to launch with Warzone 2.0, because it's going to be a lot of mixtures of people that haven't got the guns fully unlocked, fully leveled.
I don't know if the games, I don't think it translates like that.
I hope that it doesn't, but it seems like it's going to.
That would be lame. I'm not going to cap. I've never been a fan of that. I don't think you should have to grind to unlock weapons in a freaking battle royale game. That just sounds ridiculous to me. All the time. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. I don't care if you're coming in with a loadout or not. You feel me? You should not have to grind and unlock guns on a battle royale. That's insane to me. That's one of the reasons why I didn't play Warzone like that, because I was like, bruh, if I want to use a gun, I want to use the gun. I'm not about to try to grind and unlock and try to get diamond and all this shit in Warzone, bro. No, that's not what I'm here for. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I hope that they do find a better way to deal with that. And since the DMZ mode isn't going to be like that, you know what I mean? Hopefully they do something different for Warzone as well.
Yeah, I hope that they do too. But from the looks of it, you know what I mean, it just still looks like it's going to be that system. And if it is, it's again, like I'm saying, you're going to get them sweaty motherfuckers in there that already got everything ready to go. They already got their camos, they got the attachments. Everything's already all maxed out, ready, and I just don't feel like 3 weeks was enough time for those that just want to play it casually. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody should have gotten everything all at the same time. I feel that, but that's just my opinion. That's how I've always felt about COD. I felt like COD always should be released in November like it used to, and that's why all the CODs that were the greatest CODs ever, that's why they were the greatest CODs, because they waited, till the end of the year, literally, to put them out.
Yeah. And then when that Christmas and Black Friday and all that stuff came around, it was always even more hype, because now it's like we're really trying to get our hands on these and whatnot. So it'll really be interesting to see, man.
It was crazy to see COD not participate in Black Friday for like 2 years in a row. It was wild. But I think some other COD titles decided to do the same thing as well, like a couple years prior to that. You know what I mean? So
I think World War II was like one of the last ones that had that type of release, right? Because I just remember World War
but
II.
they didn't.
Like,
they
I
did.
remember on like Christmas for that. It was crazy. Like
Yeah.
everybody was getting that game for Christmas.
Yeah, they did have World War II launch after Black Friday, and that's why they didn't participate in like the discount stuff. And I think that's why a lot of CODs didn't participate in the discount. You know, like in the discounted Black Friday stuff, because you know their game just came out, so it's like, why the hell would we? And that probably is what pushed them to start launching earlier. You know what I mean? That probably is what, you know, made them want to launch earlier and then launch their free to play. You know, around like, hey, you know, if you guys want this game and you want it at a discounted price, you know, I don't blame you. You know what I mean? So, I think that COD is doing good. I think they're good. I think they're straight. I think they finally made up for all the crappy years that we've had. You know what I mean? I feel like they've made up for Infinite Warfare, Ghost, and BO3. I feel like those, you know, all that nostalgia that we felt like we were missing for so many years that we tried to force out of BO4, Modern Warfare 19, and Cold War and Vanguard, that we finally get it. And I'm glad to see that people are enjoying it. Every day it's still up over 100K. You know, people streaming it, watching it, whatever. I know it's not going to be like that forever, but just to see it up over the high 50s, and COD hasn't been like that in years, it's just good to see. It's good to see that everybody wants to finally play COD again. And, you know, I can't wait to see what esports does with this.
For real, that's what I really can't wait for, is when CDL comes back and we get to see the pros playing this at high levels of gameplay. You know, like after they really get to play this game, especially with what's having it for 2 years. Like, man, this is, it's gonna be insane. The stuff that like people are really gonna be able to do in the future of the game, not just now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely ready. I'm definitely ready for it.
I also think it's dope that they kind of brought back Modern Warfare glitches, I guess. You know what I mean? To be able to do those crazy trick shots. It's like, they definitely made that happen on purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Like,
That like
it's too perfect the way that people can do it, and it's too similar to how it was before as well. So it's just like, yeah, they definitely added that so people could still do those insane trick shots like they were doing on OG M-Dub.
Yep. Yeah. No, they
I don't think
definitely
it was like that on 19 though.
No, it wasn't. Like it was hard to get up on top of stuff and to do trick shots off of things. But now they got it to where they have that little launch pad thing, and your gun is actually super slow, so they know that you're not going for no crazy high kill games, that you are just going for clips and content and things like that. You know what I mean? Like they definitely did all of that stuff on purpose for sure. Like that, all that stuff is definitely on purpose because they know it's there. It's been weeks since people have been doing it, and they haven't patched it yet. They're not going to patch it. People are going to keep doing it. They're going to keep finding ways. And I don't think they should patch it. I don't think they should patch that. It sucks to be the victim of it. Because you're like, where the fuck did I just get shot from? But at the end of the day, I'm finna go back and watch bro's YouTube video of him trick shotting me. You know what I mean?
I'm about to figure out how he did that.
I'm about to write his name down. That's who shot me. All right, bet. Then I'm gonna report his ass.
My session. Nah, that's crazy. You're on demon time.
But no, for real, I feel like it's a dub.
Dope. Yeah, I think that shit is a dub too, and I think more games should kind of embrace those things like that, bro. Like I just think those things along the lines of that that aren't like groundbreaking to the game or anything, that won't mess up anyone else's game. It's not cheating or anything. You know, it's not like they're going outside the map and getting 1,000 kills or, you know, hitting nukes with the things they're doing. They're just trying to hit one trick shot, you know, and I just think that's a dub. So hopefully we get to see more video games really embracing the community being able to hit shots, you know, like it was like, for example, how dope was it in the Battlefield 2042 trailer where they paid homage to bro that created like jumping out of a plane and shooting a rocket and jumping back in. Like, bro, and all of that just for the game to flop. But you know, I mean, it's just really crazy for like it's dope for them to even do that, and
Yeah.
I think that they should do it more often. You know, I don't know if you know, but Apex Legends does that too. Like for their new season trailers and gameplay reveals, they have creators do that gameplay and they record the gameplay in game and then they put it into their trailers. And it's like, bro, that's what everyone should be doing. You know what I mean? A way to show off these creators, a way to, you know, get a real sense of, oh, this is actual gameplay. This isn't a bunch of devs that really don't know how to play their own game playing the game. Like, because I'm not trying to talk no shit, but most of the devs, they ain't like top tier in the game or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, but they're really good. They're good. They're better than the average player, but they're not. No, but once you get to like the other players, though, nah, bro, they're not quick scoping. You know what I mean? They're not out here going crazy like that.
Right.
So we need, like, I think we just need more transparency between the gamers and the devs and the creators and the just communities all the way around. And we already have so much, like right now, we have a lot of that. So hopefully we get to have a little bit more in the future.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I feel like, yeah, you know, like, hey, let it be what it is, man. Just don't bring back that nonsense bullshit that we did have. Keep it COD, you know what I mean? And trick shots. Like, don't bring back slide canceling. Don't bring back, all that being able to jump without fatigue and, you know what I mean? Like, don't bring back all that weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that stuff changed the game. It was cool for a little while, but COD, just stick to being COD, man. Stop trying to be Fortnite. You know, that was one thing that I didn't like that COD started doing, was they were just copying what they thought would be cool to incorporate in their game because they saw somebody else do it. Titanfall, you know, was the first ones to do the whole wall running.
I'm not gonna lie, even with that, I'm still hyped to see what Infinite Warfare is gonna be like in 2 years. I'm sorry, sorry. I'm just saying, I can't wait to see what they changed with that. There's gonna be some things in there that, of course, we don't like. They're definitely not going 100% boots on the ground with that game either. Like, you know, it's not going to be boots on the ground.
Well, they can't, because
exactly
Advanced Warfare was not boots on the ground, not even the first one. So
I think that I think that they're going to have a better vibe with it, especially now that we don't have Titanfall anymore. We don't have these games that they were trying to be at that time. You know what I mean? Like, we have Apex, but we don't have any of the other vibes that they were trying to match. So now they can really make it their own and not have to worry about everyone being like, oh, this isn't as good as Titanfall or anything like that. You know what I mean? There's going to be people that still say it, of course.
I hope Titanfall comes out at the same time.
That would be hilarious.
I hope Titanfall 3 decides to announce their release at the same time as COD.
That would be hilarious.
Just to let everybody know that, hey, we're the first ones still.
So what? No wall? You don't want any wall running? You don't want any jetpacks? None of that? I think nah. I think it's gonna be crazy lit.
It's not fun, man. It's not fun. People think it's fun. It's not fun. It gets overwhelming, and then people be like, "Oh, skill gap problem, huh?" Like, what, bro? No, it's not a skill. It's not a skill gap problem. It's the fact that you're spamming the same shit over and over and over again, and like, you know, it's like Brawlhalla.
Get good, kid.
But no, for real, it's like how people think that they're the best player in the game because they're spamming on Brawlhalla or because they're doing.
I understand.
You know,
because
they're
camping
abusing the
in a
system.
corner and they're they're doing things that every player can't do, so they think they're just better when it's like it's obviously an exploit. You know what I mean? Like
right. Exactly. And like that's why I don't like campers and shit like that. Like, bro, play the game, bro. Play the game. Why are we sitting there on an objective mode and in hardpoint at that, where the objective moves around the map, and you're sitting in the back of an old spawn? Like, come on, G, move around. All because you want kills or because you want this. Like, I get it for camo grinds. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? But I see you land there with a gold gun or Polyatomic or Orion or any of that, G, I'm on your helmet for that. I'm on your helmet.
Yeah.
Bro. If you got all the stuff maxed out, I'm on your helmet, bro, for you just standing there, laying there, or doing whatever, bro. You're weird. You're weird.
That's facts. I can't deny that one.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I think it's gonna be a vibe for sure. I can't wait for Warzone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm mad ready for Warzone. Like
Tuesday,
I really
man.
want to play that Wednesday. I'm really ready for it. Like super ready for it.
Couple more days.
I'm like I said, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna be sending out applications for the squad. You feel me? But yo, I liked the first Warzone, but I really hope that they change things. And one thing that I am a little nervous about when it comes to the DMZ mode is I don't know how much content is going to be able to get pumped out of that, you know?
Yeah.
It seems like you might be able to get content, but at the same time, it seems like that kind of is just going to end up being like zombies, you know? Like no one wants to watch someone play zombies. I'm sorry. It's just not, you know, it's not 2014 anymore. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing to no one. But
yeah,
that's just what it is. No, I'm not. But you know, that's just what it is. No one wants to watch. No one's gonna watch a streamer play zombies unless it's their streamer. You know what I mean? Like you're not just gonna see. You're not gonna tune into a streamer and see them playing zombies and be like, oh, let's see what round they can get to. Like, nah, bro. Like, you know, like you're not. No one's gonna go on YouTube and look for. You know, like a zombie Easter egg video. Like zombie Easter eggs is the most you're gonna get for that, you know, and that's only good at the beginning of the game. You know what I mean? Like when the game first comes out, and then you can't make a whole bunch of Easter egg videos or anything like that. You know, you can't trick shot zombies or anything like that. So it'll be really interesting what type of content is getting pumped out from the DMZ stuff, because there might be content for it, you know, going in with your stuff and losing it and all that type of vibes, you know. So
yeah,
not to mention everyone that's played the game is damn near a pro, right? So their opinions on the game is going to be drastically different from just us, you know, even us versus casuals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of our opinions are going to be super different, and we're all going to be like, so like even between me and you, our opinions on the game is going to be different. So for these people that are literal, like all halfway pros, so they have crazy aim, even if it is against bots or whatever the case may be, they're really going crazy. But when we touch it, we're going to be like, oh my God, you know, and then you got that factor in it too, where it's like, oh, don't die, or whatever. And so it'll be interesting. Like I can see SimBaH running that, you know, trying to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like grinding with some bros or whatever and doing just what you do. So, and of course it's free. So that's going to be a huge plus to the game as well. So I'm here for the DMZ Call of Duty game mode. I know a lot of the fandom is split when it comes to that game mode as well, because they're like, this isn't Call of Duty, you know. I've seen this isn't my Call of Duty type of vibe, you know. Like that's a lot of how people are feeling. And then even like we saw Chaos saying with people talking about, you know, this is nothing but Warzone. Like this is Warzone 2.0, 2.5, right? Like it's nothing special. So I think it's gonna be something special to add to the list of things that, you know, COD is awesome and does well with. But like we're all saying, it's just gonna be the test of time and what they're gonna do. And are they gonna adapt, change things, make AI harder? Are they gonna be able to do that? If it comes out and everyone's like, yo, the AI is mad easy, are they able to change that? You know what I mean? Are they able to change how AI works in the game? Are they like, how deep does this go? And it's going to be interesting to see what the interface is going to look like versus everything else. Like, do you click, like, is it going to be a home screen for Warzone 2.0? And then you're going to be able to go into Battle Royale or DMZ? Or is it going to be like, you know, because you have class systems in the DMZ mode that are different from the regular Warzone. So it's just a lot of stuff that I'm really interested in seeing how it's handled. And I think a lot of other people are as well.
I definitely agree with all of that. I agree with every single statement and all of that you said, because like we just saying, everybody, everybody has their
Own play style.
opinion and they have their play style, and COD is finally adjusting to that and accommodating for that. So now you're getting your old players back, you're getting your new players coming in, and you're getting your ones that are like not old but they're not new either, you know what I mean, type of vibe. And again, we have to remember that every year that COD comes out, it's a new generation of players touching the sticks.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot of people that you'll hear in 3 years that Modern Warfare 2 2022 was their first COD.
Game. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just a lot to look out for, a lot to look forward to. And I'm excited for the community at this point.
I agree. I couldn't agree more with that as well. It's one thing that we've been talking about quite a bit, actually, and this is we've been talking about this so much, and it's just really crazy to see COD actually executing it, and that is giving every style of player a place to play in one game, right? Like that's one thing that we want from Apex. Like that's one thing that we just want from these different games. Give us these other modes so more player bases can join in, to where
you can't even
you can hop in, and it's like you want to play multiplayer. I might want to play Warzone, and then we both be like, all right, let's play some games of multiplayer, and then go switch to Warzone and play some of that. You know what I mean? Same thing with Apex. Like, all right, let's play some arenas. Now let's play some BR. Now let's play some Control or whatever other mode they might be trying to add, you know?
Right.
Where, you know, that's kind of how it needs to be, to where we can just chill out and not have to sweat our balls off or whatever whatever game mode or whatever is going on. Yeah. So I'm hyped, man.
Yeah, I'm ready. They even got it to where there's third person mode. I don't see how you could be getting bored of COD at all at this point. Like, they took everything from every game and literally have executed on the good parts of those games. The third person mode is execution on all of the division type vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the reason why they've incorporated these modes is because they're probably looking into incorporating more type of things on those playlists. You know what I mean? Like the division, how they have their like extraction type thing, and it's not even really like an extraction thing, but it's like kill the juggernaut. They have to board up the room and then take down the juggernaut from the players that capture it first. And you know what I mean? Like COD has so much potential because of what they've taken from everything that has gone on within the gaming and shooter community, that, you know, they've incorporated all the things that you need, that if you get bored and you want to go play another game, all you have to do is get bored of one game mode and go play a different one within the same game.
Yeah.
Now, and that's
literally
difficult because that, like, even when I was playing third person mode, it gave me like a Roku type of feel. You know what I mean? The movement, the guns, you know what I mean? It was like COD and Roku just had a baby.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I think, even with Ground War, Invasion, you know what I mean? All of these game modes are literally for us to just be able to explore all these different ways of playing the game. And there's nothing better than that. Like, even with the little, I don't think it's called Spec Ops, but even with those modes, you know what I mean? You can try to get 3 stars on everything. Like, I hope they don't just leave it at the ones that we have now, and they continuously add different ones of that too, you know, like, because there's too much space for replayability for them to not add a reason to replay. And that's kind of where I'll end my rant.
And I'll capitalize on that with, you copied and paste all these other CODs, bro. There's no reason for you not to capitalize on
not
the
to copy and paste your own.
Yeah.
Legitimately. They need, like, it's almost ridiculous that they don't copy and paste their own game.
Like you're copy and pasting Shipment and Shoot House back into 2022. So capitalize on the rest of the stuff.
Yep. Bring all the best game modes back. I don't know why they won't bring back Capture the Flag, my guy. Like, bruh, What's up with that? Is CTF just a bad game mode or what? I know you got a little bit of insight on that. Like,
CTF,
you know why CTF like disappears?
CTF disappeared because of the spawn trap system. Because it's only, CTF is literally one side
versus the other side.
Yeah, and it doesn't change, and it's hard for them to have you spawn in the middle of the map or spawn in their spawn. It's just really difficult for CTF, especially being that it's not just console based anymore. Like, if they added that mode and it was only specifically locked on each system that you play on, like if CTF was just like you hop in a game of CTF, it's all PC, it's all console to keep it level, then that could be something that they look into. But that's why CTF was removed completely, because of just the spawn trapping, the constant, people just feeding in CTF. And that's how come, like, I don't know if you remember, but seeing like BO2 and stuff like that, when people spawn trapped like that, that's how they were able to do it, was because of capture the flag, because they knew that they could only spawn in that exact spawn. Like, there was nowhere else to go. Like, if you played BO2 and you were on Nuketown, you know what I'm saying? Where you're spawning at, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so, exploits, basically. Exploits, basically. So, just same thing with what we have now. It's just a little bit harder to exploit the game than it used to be, So,
yeah, I agree.
But I'm happy for gaming, period. I'm happy for everything that's happening. I mean, all this stuff that's been going on has definitely been a vibe. It's definitely been an experience. Like, it's definitely been just like, holy crap. Where has this been all my life?
For real, I dig that. It's definitely been crazy, and it's definitely been amazing, and I can't wait for these next 2 years, because it's only going to get
more crazy,
better, or it's only going to get. I don't think it's going to get worse. I think we're only up from here. I think that's kind of the point.
I think it's up and it's stuck.
Facts. Yeah, no Kade. But with all of that being said, let's get into our very last segment before we get out of here. And five gamer tags.
It's already wild.
5 WTF gamer tags of the week, yo. So these are the crazy, insane gamer tags that people in our Discord run across. And they drop the names into the cord, and then we select them and then bring them here and put them out on our stuff for you guys to be able to be like, okay, now this one was definitely the craziest. So this week we have some crazy contenders. Vito, why don't you go ahead and let us know what contenders we have this week?
So for the contenders, we have number 1 at Sloppy Toppy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give that good old, you know what I'm saying? No. But and then at number 2, we got Big Gertha. Big Gertha is insane. I'm not gonna lie. Big Gertha is wild.
Big Gertha is
big. Hey, he said he got a girth certificate. What are you talking about? And then at number 3, we got your boy coming in at Saucy Cum Spot. And he indeed spelt it wrong on purpose, just so you knew exactly what he was talking about. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's wild names out here already. And then at number 4, we got, I feel like he seen my stream and was like, yo, that's a dude with boobs. Don't blow me up. There you go. There you go. No. Hey, no. My fault, OG. My fault, OG.
I am in no association with this man.
Nah, he definitely is. Him right there? Definitely.
This G is wildin', bro. Ew.
Hey, but number 4, dudes with boobs. Yeah, I mean, it's a real thing. I mean, so make sure y'all know. But last but not least, yes, and at number 5, we got Holden McGroin.
Holding my groin is pretty crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Holden McGroin is insane. Not gonna lie.
Yo, so Vito, which one is your top 5 of the week, G?
Yo, I'm definitely gonna go with number 2 and young
Gertha?
Big Gertha. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going with Big Gertha too. I ain't gonna cap with you.
Big Gertha was almost as bad as Wallet Condom.
Now, Wallet Condom was crazy.
Wallet Condom was wild. So I'm taking Big Gertha for sure. Y'all let us know in the comments or in the chat, wherever you guys are right now. Let us know what WTF gamer tags y'all think were your favorites. And you could even drop them to us on Twitter. We might, take a peek and laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? And not because it's big.
Nah, that's the only reason why Vito would be looking. So, with all that being said, we appreciate you guys for tuning in with us on episode 3 of GamerVision. We had a good discussions today across the board. And we also got to find out a little bit about what Vito likes to do in his spare time. So thank you guys for tuning in with us, and we hope to see you guys next Saturday for our episode 4 of GamerVision.
By the way, you know what? Never mind. We're just gonna go on ahead and we'll see you guys.
Peace.